Hi, everybody. How you doing? We're back. It's good to see you all this morning. Today's date is February the 22nd. It's a Tuesday, not a Monday. It feels like a Monday, doesn't it? But it's Tuesday, February the 22nd. Welcome, one and all, to the show here with Stock Markets with Bruce, where your buddy, Uncle Bruce, tries to explain what's happening in the markets in plain English, kind of help you figure out what is going on and why and what and where. It's nice to have you here. I hope you had an okay long weekend. Those of you in the United States, you had the Monday off. I had yesterday off. It's nice to have a little extra day. But we're back at it again today. We've been watching all weekend the closing of the Olympics in China, then the beginning of the shenanigans in Ukraine, and then this morning, we're following the story about SoFi making an acquisition. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Fabulous. SoFi picks up a company called Technisys. I've never heard of the company before. It's a private company. It's an entity that specializes in basically cloud-based systems that allow fintech companies like SoFi to be banks. I can't explain it in any sensible way to you other than to say this is a business that SoFi needs. This is a division that SoFi needs, and instead of SoFi being hiring or hiring companies like Technisys to work its back office, you just buy it and now make it part of your corporation, and then whatever entities out there want to hire Technisys for their back office, that's added to Technisys cash flow, which is added to SoFi's cash flow, which makes SoFi make money, more money, because they own Technisys rather than use Technisys. It's smart. If you can't beat them, join them, buy them, absorb them, and just like Galileo that they've already acquired now, Technisys, and that bank, and getting the charter, this company is evolving in front of our eyes into a powerhouse financial machine. And the early indications are that the economic impact to SoFi is in the hundreds of millions of dollars in flows of capital. And the other economic impact is the projection that the costs to SoFi to be the business that they are going forward will drop by as much as $80 million a year. I mean, this is massive. To not cough up 80 million bucks a year for services that now you have in house, that's win number one. Win number two, of course, is capital that will be generated by this entity from other players that can't afford to buy a Technisys in its entirety like SoFi can. And the deal is a stock deal only. No cash trading hands. It's a paper deal, 1.1 billion in SoFi stock based on the last 20 days average trading price up until Feb something. Tells me that I think this is a $12.50 to $13 deal. I think that's where this deal came together at. And I look at it from this way. I'm a half full guy. I'm not a half empty guy. I'm a half full guy. And when an entity says to SoFi, we'll take your paper instead of your money, that tells me these people want to be shareholders. Why do they want to be shareholders of SoFi? Why don't they take 1.1 billion in cash and change your life financially forever? I mean, some of these people may have owned, I don't know how many partners there are in Technisys, but let's say there's 10 partners and each of them gets 1.1, 110 million bucks. Doesn't that change your life a lot? I would think so. I mean, if there were 20 partners, they each get $55 million. Would $55 million in one shot right now in your hand make a difference to your life? I think it would. But stock, they're taking the stock. I know why. You should know why. The unwritten reason is we know why, because they feel like a lot of us feel that this stock is going a whole lot higher than where it is here at 11.04 a share. I mean, give me a break. This stock is going well beyond triple digits, and these guys know it. These guys know it, and they're not interested in $12 stock. They're interested in $120 stock. So rather than be bought out at $1.1 billion, they're going to be bought out at $11 billion. Yeah, exactly. And so if there are 20 partners that each got $55 million worth of stock, they're each now going to have 550 million in stock going forward. And I bet you that some of them are thinking, it's not going to 120 bucks a share. Are you kidding me? SoFi is going to $500 a share. And so they're thinking 5 years, 10 years down the road. Get it? So that's why they're taking the paper. They're not taking the paper because that's all they were offered. I think that they negotiated for a paper deal only because SoFi, when you take a paper deal like SoFi's deal, you take it at the low. They were happy that SoFi wasn't trading at 30 bucks a share, that they were trading at 12 bucks, 13 bucks a share. They're delighted the stock is down here. They get more paper for the $1 billion. If you get 1.1 billion at 30 bucks a share, you get a third of the paper. Here you're getting 3 times as much. You get it? Yeah, I get it. I like it. So way to go to both parties. SoFi has shown the street, we're serious, we're real. This isn't a joke. This isn't a little tiny little fintech thing. This isn't a SPAC that's going to fail and delist and all that crap. No, we just did a $1.1 billion all stock deal on top of our bank charter, on top of Galileo. We're going all into this bank thing, and it's huge. And now they have just stepped their business out yet again. It's fabulous. Absolutely wonderful. The street, of course, as a whole, the big stock market out there, the everyone but the 306 people that are here right now, everyone else does not get it. They're not are not aware of the implications of this merger and takeover, this absolute takeover. They don't know what this will mean. They'll find out. They'll all find out over time, but maybe not today, maybe not this week, but going forward, they'll learn about what happened today, this morning with this announcement. They'll hear about it, but where they will hear about it will be from a source that they are familiar with. You, who are here with me now, are hearing it from yours truly. You've read it already on various reports. You're finding out about this deal from areas you trust of where you get your information from. Those who don't know about this deal, and that's the 200 million other investors in the world who don't know, they will find out through their sources eventually just what is going on with SoFi and what SoFi has done. But by the time they get the word and they go, oh, wow, this thing's really something. It's a $25 to $35 stock. That's when they come in and go, well, I'm going to buy this for a long-term hold. I think this could go to 100 a share. That's going to be their mentality. But they're not here with us because they're not on the ground floor of understanding what's going on with SoFi. They're on the fourth, fifth floor. And when we get up there on the escalator ride, they'll join in and ride the escalator higher beyond that. Just my personal opinion. Love this story. The shares are 1104. I get it. I can understand why. The first reaction by some people is, oh, they're diluting themselves. They're diluting their company. Yeah, okay. I'm imitating not you. I'm imitating people out there who are selling the stock this morning going, oh, they're diluting themselves. Okay, fine. They've just added a serious component to their company that's going to transform this company even further down the road to become a bigger powerhouse corporation. But there are those who worry about they're issuing more stock. I mean, as if these people want to sell their stock. First thing to happen, first of all, this deal doesn't close until the second quarter of this year. So it'll be sometime in May or June by the time this deal is actually done. Number two, the top officers of that corporation could, as a group, are as a group, insiders of SoFi, because as a group, the people who are now being acquired by SoFi will own, as of right now, they will own about a tenth of SoFi combined. That puts them over 5% ownership. That puts them into insider status, which means all their stock is restricted. They can't sell any of it. They are insiders now. If they are looking to sell any of their shares, they have to file with the SEC in notice of intent to sell stock. So this paper, none of it is coming into the market. Zero shares will come to the market for probably all of this year, 2022. So by the time any of this paper even remotely begins to trickle out into the street, it'll be dribs and drabs of paper at much higher prices per share, not down here. So any players out there, any speculators out there who think, oh, SoFi is going to go down because they're diluting themselves, they're out to lunch. They haven't got a clue what the hell is going on. They didn't read the announcement, they didn't pay attention, or they just don't know. They just don't know, and it's okay not to know if you're not a follower of insider trading rules and reporting positions. It's okay because you don't have to know. But there are those out there selling at 1104 right now who are going to be kicking themselves in the not too distant future, going, why the hell was I selling this stock at 1104 on the morning of the announcement that they made this acquisition? Why did I do that? Well, that's because there's the winners and there's the losers. The winners buy and hold. The losers give up and sell. And there's the game. And it's possible, as I have said a million times already, and I'll repeat it at least a million times more, there are likely sellers selling this stock who don't want to sell this stock right now. They don't want to sell it at 1104 at all, but they have no choice in the matter. They're being sold out because they are in arrears with certain backers, entities, whatever you want to call it. They have IOUs that are far greater, and they have got to raise cash whether they want to or not, and they have to sell into a market where the Russians invaded Ukraine, and there's all kinds of COVID issues, there's all kinds of supply chain issues, all kinds of interest rate issues, and now I have to sell stock? Yes, you have to sell stock at the worst possible time where the market is at the most twitchy right now because you got yourself into an economic pickle and you got to get cash. And that's when generally the long-term investors score big time. The Warren Buffetts of the world buy stock when no one else wants it. When everyone wants out or has to get out, that is when Warren comes in and goes, how much you get? I'll buy this one. Oh, I'll buy this. I'll buy that. Oh, for sure. He starts cherry picking his deals. And this is his history over decades and decades and decades. And he waits them out. And he buys when no one else can buy or wants to buy. There you go. In any event, SoFi, 1104, 957,000 volume so far today. 1108 now, very interesting, down 31 cents. I did see it dip after the announcement was released. The shares did dip down to about 1090, something like that. However, the shares were at about 1070 like 5 hours ago. On the initial reaction to the Putin thing, this move into Ukraine, it just sunk everything. But then the markets have been coming on and coming on and coming on in various ways since that initial shock. Then we had the SoFi announcement, and now we dipped, and now we're coming on again. Now we're 1108, and the stock looks like it's about to reach 1110, 1115, and it might only be down 20 cents by the time we start trading. We still have 45 minutes to go. I'll let you know. The Dow is off 107 points right now. We were down 500 plus points last night, about 10 hours ago. We'll see. You're going to see, I think, today, a series of moves on the indexes and on stocks where you may see sudden drops on everything and then slow but steady rise, recovery, and then another sudden drop, and a slow, steady rise and another sudden drop. The question will be, when we get the drops, will they be worse than the drop before, or will they be better than the drop before? In other words, are we going to go up 2 steps, down 1 step, up 2, down 1, or up 3, down 2, up 3, down 2? Or are we going to go down 1 step, up 2, down 1 step, up 2, or down 3 quickly, up 2, down 3 more, up 2? How is this market going to work itself here? We have obviously a lot of speculation going on as to just what will be the reaction of the Western world against Russia today, tomorrow, the rest of the week, next week, and so on. And what is Russia's reaction to the rest of the world as the rest of the world reacts to what they're doing? Will they react again? Will they ratchet it up using the excuse that, well, you're picking on us, we're going to pick on you. You started it. I mean, you're the ones who sent bullets into Ukraine, clearly agitating Moscow by sending weapons to Ukraine, showing us that you're prepared to attack us. The Western world's going to say, what soldiers are you talking about? Lots of guns in Ukraine doesn't necessarily mean there's an army to use them. But the Russians, of course, are using the old standby. Well, we're protecting our homeland. We're going to put in peacekeepers. We're going to keep the peace with fully armed brigades of soldiers, the elite soldiers of our country, to keep the peace 20 miles into Ukraine. Because we sure as hell don't want to keep the peace on our land. We'd rather blow the crap out of Ukraine with bombs than have them land on our soil. So we'll move in here. We'll have the conflict here. If there's going to be a conflict, let's fight it on Ukraine's land, not anyone else's. And then after all the fighting's over, we'll let the international community clean up the environmental mess that's going to be left behind with all the chemicals and leftover bombs and landmines that are going to be scattered everywhere and who knows what. Yes, it's going to be just so pretty. Anyway, there's that. Anyway, what else can I tell you about? We've talked about Sofi. We've talked about the Ukraine thing. I note that our shares of the shares of GameStop have been also moving about. Right now, 118.30 last trade. Down 323 or so, volume of 35,000 shares on GameStop. They were this morning, about 3 hours ago, at 115. Then they rallied up to 119, now back to 118, and we're just kind of watching. I think that there's pressure on the stock today with the market. It's possible the shares might go through 120, take a run at 125. They might try it. Don't know what kind of oomph will be behind it. I just get the impression that as the days go by here, and the company's not speaking again as usual, we're waiting for the earnings. Isn't that the 8th? Is that next week sometime? 10 days from now? We're a ways away from earnings, and so we may be under pressure back to the 110, 115 neighborhood, and that might be it. And this is the opportunity for a number of you who have been wise enough and crafty enough and, listening to yours truly about rollovers. You've been rolling up $5 and $10 a week now for about 3 weeks. You've gone from writing $95 and $100 options to rolling into 105 and 110s, and then rolling into 110 and 15s and 120s, and some of you got up to 120, 25s, even 130 contracts. Way to go, kids. Here we are at 118, down 340 today. If we back off to 110 today, just as we just go to 110, I suspect a majority of you here who were writing options in the 95 to 105 range, a majority of you are going to be in the chips because you'll have written contracts above 110 and over, for very big premiums, and you're going to notice that those premiums are shrinking. Now, the question, of course, is how low do the shares go and where will they level off at as they settle in? because we tried to go to 130.32 a couple of times in the last week and a half, 2 weeks, couldn't break 132. Here we are at 118 pre-market with a volume of 36,000 shares. There's no buying to support this. There isn't a million shares wanted at 118 to hold it here. So it's thin. And so if it backs off into the 108, 110 neighborhood, all these contracts that have been rolled into by you folks that are expiring this Friday, they're expiring next Friday, they're expiring the Friday after that, and so on. All of these contracts are going to be slumping in value as each day goes by. And obviously this week is a 4-day option week only, 4 trading days. So we're going to have pressure on these contracts, dramatic pressure on these contracts. Obviously, if they go out of the money, they are in trouble very quickly. If they're in the money, they will even lose all their time premium. So a 115 contract that was worth $14 a contract last week, a 115 might be trading, if we traded, say, 120 this morning, it's going to be trading at maybe $6, $7, because the time premium has shrunk and the book value is shrinking. If we touch 115 today, the 115s are worthless book value. They're going to be time value 4 days. What's the time value of an in-the-money contract on GameStop right now? $5, 450, 550, somewhere in that neighborhood. So a series of you, a number of you out there will probably experience the wonderful sensation of shrinkage of your contracts as today and tomorrow roll along. And obviously, if we reach 110 and everything above 110 and over is out of the money and running out of time at the same time, I am going to be hearing of you folks buying back contracts at 60, 80% less than what you wrote them for. Even on rollovers, you're going to be buying back unbelievably cheap. Cross our fingers. And I'm waiting to hear success stories about that. So yes, indeed, I'm excited for you, and I'm optimistic. Would love to hear news on GameStop. Believe me, I'd rather have the shares at 180 to 220. I'd rather have them up there. And you trade options around 180 to 220. I'd rather be doing that than trading options between 90 and 120. But the company has to talk to us, and well, let's just see what they have in mind. Okay, thank you for joining me. 500 of you are here now. Thank you for those of you who are throwing thumbs ups my way already. I do appreciate this. As I beg for thumbs ups every day, hit the thumbs up button for me, folks, and encourage YouTube to send more viewers this direction so that they can hear all about the stocks that we like to talk about. It would be, I think, a very good idea for the investment world as a whole to talk about Sofi and GameStop and all the other shares we follow, because they were referred to us because of the thumbs up indicator showing the artificial intelligence computers at YouTube. Push this channel to people who like the markets, and we'll get a whole bunch of more followers of our favorite stocks, which I think is a good thing. So thank you. 176 thumbs ups and counting. And I do appreciate this very, very much. Thank you, all of you who have become subscribers of this channel and members of this channel. Members, of course, are able to comment on chats, which, of course, I love. And members, Gold BAGEL members, these folks here are the backbone of this channel now, are joining me every day before the 8:30 start of this show for trade alerts, and we went over those this morning on a number of stocks that we're following, and that can be worth dynamite. That can be worth a lot of money to you, to be aware of just what to look for, what to avoid, which way to go, which way not to go. We're working very hard on that. This Saturday coming up in 5 days, is that 5 days from now? I'm losing track of time. Yeah, in 5 days. There's a class. There's a new class. I'm holding a class this Saturday for those of you who would like to attend. If you'd like to be in the classroom with Jennifer and I, we're going to be on the air this Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and we're going to be talking about the rollover game in the options business, how you roll over, and some of the techniques we're using, and getting into a lot of detail about rollover strategies where you write a contract and the dang stock is going up instead of down. And all of a sudden, you wrote a contract that was out of the money. Now it's in the money. What do you do now? And we have. I can't wait to go over all the examples of different stocks that we follow and how to handle it and how to work it, and different examples of doing rollovers where you can either bring in more cash into your hands, where you can just do a quick time only rollover strategy, capital appreciation with higher strike price strategy. It just doesn't end. There's so many ways rollovers can be a part of your option strategy that we're going to have a class all about it. If you'd like to be a student in the classroom live with Jennifer and I and our other students, what'll happen is I will send you an exclusive link into the class. Right, it's on this channel, but it's on a private setting, and I will be in front of you for about 2 hours plus. You can ask questions of me live. Jennifer's the moderator. We'll go over anything you need to talk about as I go into all the various strategies available. Once the class is over, my editor Emily will take that entire session. It might be 2.5 hours, and she'll shrink it down to get all the fluff out of the way and make it very concise. And then we upload that to the website stockmarketswithbruce.ca, the website we have, and folks can then watch the class off the website for a cost of $100 a class. If you'd like to be live with us, it's a $150 fee as a donation to be here. But you also will receive a link to the edited, completed class on the website. So not only are you in the class itself, you on top of that will get the edited version for your enjoyment, viewing pleasure as many times as you want thereafter. And I appreciate all of you who do join in, because some of the questions you ask are pretty darn good. And I find that as the class goes on, the questions get more interesting, and then people realize, oh, that just triggered a question I had, and then another question comes in, and another, and we really get into these topics. And for the class, for those of you who are watching my classes on my website, you're getting the condensed version of the entire class. Usually it's about an hour, about 2 hours, just short of 2 hours per class. And for $100, you will learn thousands of dollars of information for the rest of your life that you can use again and again and again. It's worth it. If you are serious about becoming an option writer and understanding how options work, you make the investment, $100 a class, at your leisure, whenever you want. And once you own the class, once you purchase the class, you can watch it as many times as you want. And if you're seriously interested in becoming a self-employed person where you don't have to work for anyone else anymore, you can just manage your assets to add to your existing retirement, get you into retirement sooner, get you away from a full-time and a part-time job where you're just going to dump the part-time job and only be the full-timer, be able to continue to work from home as you want to and resist the demands of your employers to go back to the office. This might be the answer to your problems. You may well find that the kind of money you can make writing contracts will allow you to not have to go back into that cubicle anymore and be subject to the abuse from your superiors. And this is liberating, and I'm excited for a whole bunch of you who are making this happen. By the way, speaking of working from home, the new normal that we keep talking about here, this new normal we're entering and we've entered. Read some articles this weekend on the Wall Street Journal talking about how white-collar workers are in line for massive pay raises this year. But I'm finding it interesting that in the article that I read several offshoot articles on this. Not all corporations are on board. There are a number of corporations out there who are playing the hardball game. Their thought process is, we have the jobs. They ought to be grateful that we hire these people. They ought to be grateful that we've let them work from home. They ought to be grateful that we're even asking them to come back. and we're just going to offer them a 3% pay raise, just, because we can. These are outfits, I think, that are in for a rude awakening, that are misreading the depth of the inflation problem that's happening right now. Proactive corporations out there who are going to, I think, succeed wonderfully are the kind of corporations that are saying to their workforce, we get it. We totally get it. First of all, inflation is running ridiculous. We've raised our prices as a corporation to our clients. We're passing on pay increases to you. You don't even have to ask for that. We're going to automatically bump your pay raises. Now, some corporations have done stuff like immediate 3% pay raise now, and in 6 months, another 3%. And on top of that, we're going to have person to person reviews on what's going forward. Other entities have done the 5% pay raise right away, and a 5% pay raise later this summer, and with a full review in the fall going forward from there. And then others have used a different tactic. They've gone with we've reviewed our corporate needs going forward. We haven't hired any new people in the last year and a half. We entered the pandemic with 2,500 employees. We now have 2,400 employees. 100 or so have quit, retired, passed away, whatever the combo is. We're at 2,400 people. And we have decided, or we are deciding now, how many people will come back to work eventually in an office setting, and how many will be retained outside the office. And in that vein, we're also determining whether or not the people we keep away from the office, those who are not going to come back in here, are those people going to be consultants rather than employees? Are we going to make them contract workers rather than employees? And there could well be a number of entities out there approaching some of you who are watching me here live. Some of you might be approached by your employer over the next few months with an offer to, quote, we're going to let you go, and here's a big fat check to get lost, and we're going to turn you around and then hire you on a contract basis. Would you like to work for us from home? Because you've indicated to us you really don't want to come back to the office. You'd really rather work remotely. Well, we'd love to have you work remotely for us, but not as an employee. We'd like to have you work remotely for us as a contract employee. Now, you have to decide whether you want to be a contract employee as an individual person, or whether you want to be a contract employee for said company as a corporate entity. Do you create an S Corp, an LLC, C Corp, whatever works for you in your state? Because each state is completely different from the other, and I have no idea these tax rules. I'm not going there. Some of you may find that the goodbye separation agreement for some of you might be so generous with regards to you're vested in your stock options and your staff savings that you've built up over the last 8, 10, 14, 18, 23 years. The amount of cash, the dollars that you can, quote, walk away with inside your 401k or into an IRA. Again, this is also tax planning that I can't help you with. You may find that you do the math and you're going, wow, the house we're in has gone up $300,000 in value in the last 2 years. And our mortgage is 1/6 the value of the house. I mean, we now have a $900,000 house. We never thought we'd have a $900,000 house. This dump is $900,000. We owe 150 on it. We have 750 equity in the house. We have this equity that's just come to me from my ex-employer in one big lump. And I have a job with that employer if I want at a set rate per hour. And you're going to ask yourself a number of questions, and a number of them will start with are we going to keep the house and stay here? What's our situation? Do we, have a number of our relatives, our older relatives, all retired to Florida, and we're sitting in New Jersey? Are we thinking of maybe retiring early? We're in our 40s, our late 40s. Are we in a position to move to a warmer climate in a kind of a semi-retirement state where we can be self-employed from home remotely, which is there. We could buy something there pretty well mortgage free, which gives us a much lower cost of living than we've had in the past. Is this an opportunity for us to completely change our lives in this entire regard, or only a piece of this and this and this is going to be done? There's a lot of people doing this right now. Millions of Americans, Canadians, Europeans, are millions and millions of these folks are in this position who had no thought that this would ever happen uh, at all. I mean, just not at all. But everything's fast forwarded. We're a decade faster now. We're a decade ahead. So if you're 45, you're now a 55-year-old. Economically, you could be a 55-year-old with 10 more years of solid earnings behind you, capital appreciation of your house, all this stuff. If you were 55 now, you are now perhaps in a financial position of what you would have been at 65. If you're 63 and you were thinking of retiring in a couple of years, you're now 73. You're all going, oh my God, we're 10 years, we're long gone. We are out of here, man. We are out. And it might be as simple as, you know what? I've been working from home now for a year and a half, 2 years. I'm really used to this and I really like it. And I have taken on other clients on the side for the kind of work that I do. And so I've been working for my employer, and I find that I can get all my work done in 5 hours. And I've been working 3, 4 hours on the side on top of that. And I work 6 days a week. I actually now generate 20, 25 hours a week of income on the side over and above my employer. And my employer pays me my so-called salary that I, used to get. And I break that down to an hourly rate. And then what I charge by the hour over here is like 50% more, 60% more. And these folks are begging me for hours, begging me for more. Can you give me another 5 hours a week? Can you give me another hour a day? Can you give me 10 hours a week? Would you sign a commitment? Would you sign a retainer and just guarantee me 20 hours a week? I'll pay you X amount of dollars. A number of you have come to the point where you're just waiting out your employer to make you an offer to walk. And you're going to walk, and you're going to then go full time on your own with your 3 other, 4 other, 5 other clients that you've been building up, because you've got 60 hours a week waiting for you if you want it at double the hour, double the pay per hour. So you're getting paid now 120 hours of pay versus 40 hours a week of pay from your old employer. That's the equivalent. You tripled your money, and you're working from home. You're not commuting. You're not parking the car. You don't buy subway passes. You don't have to stand on the bus. You don't have to go on a subway ride anymore. You don't have to fear going to and from your house to your office anymore. You're now at home where you feel comfortable. And now you're even looking at that going, are we comfortable enough to want to stay here? Or am I, as an individual, happy to be here or not? And some of you are downtown, wherever, and you're asking yourselves, are we going to stay downtown wherever we are now? Or are we going either to the burbs? Or are we going to outlying areas near here? Or are we getting out of state entirely? Are we going to go to Hawaii? Are we going to live in Hawaii full time? We go to Hawaii every year for a 2-week holiday. We love it in Hawaii. We can buy a condo there, or we can buy a house there, or we can do whatever. Or are we going to do the great American getaway? We're going to buy an RV. We're going to buy a house on wheels, and we're going to tow our SUV behind it. We're going to get a big old Class A RV, just like Bruce does on his other channel, his big ass RV. And off we go. We're going to live in the RV for a couple of years. We're going to explore every state in the Union on the mainland, because we've always wanted to do that. We've never had the chance. And now we have this chance. Why don't we do this for a couple of years? Winters will be down south. Summers will be up north. And we'll figure it out with no game plan, no timing, just whatever. Because we can work remotely. We're going to have the satellite dish on the rig, and we're going to be in in parks. We're going to rough it. We have solar panels up there. We're going to get a rig that allows us to be mobile across America. As we watch videos on YouTube, we see other people doing it. We want to join the party, pal. Maybe that's it. Maybe you've had an RV for years. You just haven't put any miles on it lately. And now you're going to go, now we're putting miles on this RV. And this RV isn't really winterized. So we're going to do it in this. We're going to sort of stay in the south in the winter the whole time. And, uh, and then we'll venture north in the summer and then head back south in the winter. And we're going to do that. Hey man, I am jazzed for you people. I am so stoked and pumped up for what could happen to you folks going forward. I'm excited. So anyway, things are happening and it's changing and it's evolving and it's happening to millions of you simultaneously. Do not think you're alone in any of what I'm talking to you about. The anxiety is there, the terror, pure terror, economic terror, well-being, what people think of you, what your relatives think of you. It's all there. It's all there. And all of you have to decide in your own way, in your own time, in your own mind, what's your best course of action. And I'm just happy that for many of you out there who are watching me here live or on rerun, you have the opportunity to change your life. It's in your hands. It's in your control. And if by following me, I have helped you. Perhaps because of option writing strategies, I have helped you realize this and envision this as a realistic thing. I couldn't be more happy. I couldn't be more thrilled. Watching my courses, being part of the show, or contacting me individually and saying, Bruce, I need a 1 hour consultation with you. My wife and I want to sit down. We want to talk to you for an hour privately. We want to go over our situation, the situation we're in. We need an outside opinion, but I don't want it from a relative because I don't want to be judged by any of these people. I have to see them at Thanksgiving. I have to see them at Christmas time. I have to see them whenever we have a funeral to go to. I don't want to be, I don't want to hear from any of them because they've all made it clear what they think of us, and I don't need that anymore. I want an outside person that doesn't know me personally to say, here's our scenario. What do you think of our scenario? Or here's where we're at. What choices do you think we have? Because we think we can do A, B, or C. Are there other choices that we aren't looking at that might possibly work? Or we could maybe mix part of plan A and plan B and plan C and plan D and E that you've come up with. We could put that as our plan. Because the likelihood is that maybe it is. Maybe your future is a hybrid of ideas that fits you perfectly and no one else. And that's life. And so maybe I can help you in that area. If you'd like to have a one-on-one session with yours truly, look me up on my email. Send me an email and say, Bruce, I would love to talk to you one-on-one. That is my email address. And I'll see when we can squeeze you in. Unfortunately, this weekend, it's grim. I think I have openings for. I might have an opening for Sunday, but it might have to be until the next weekend when I'm up in Canada. But the sooner you contact me, the sooner we can work a schedule out, and we'll get together for a one-on-one. If I need to, if it's impossible for you to do a weekend get together, and you can only do a Tuesday night or a Thursday, Tuesday after work, a Thursday after work, or a Friday something, then let me know, and I'll see if I can find an hour to fit you in after my live shows, so that we can then have a chat and kind of go from there. Okay, so it's $400 for an hour, US dollars per an hour. And in 1 hour's time, we can cover a lot of ground. And for those of you who have learned the art of writing options and you've hired me for a 1 hour session to kind of confirm what it is you think you're going to be doing and how you're going to be doing it, I have to admit that time and time again, many of you have said to me, oh man, this 1 hour is the best hour money I've ever spent, because to write a call option for $10 and buy it back for $6 is a $400 profit. And if I'm able to help you do that one time in the, after we chat, that pays for my time. Anytime you do it after that, it's all yours. And you can do this for the rest of your life. And the opportunities are there. And I'm excited for you. We are 15 minutes away from opening, I believe. We have the Dow right now off 109 points. S&P off 7 and NASDAQ off 64. It's a quiet, relatively calm opening, a little on the negative side. It's possible we start calmly and then we fall off the cliff. It's possible we start with a more of a negative vibe right away. We go negative, and then we bottom out, and then we climb and climb and climb. It's possible it gets better between now and the bell, and then we back off, and then we climb again, and we back. All bets are up. I'm here. I'll comment on it. I'll give you my 2 bits of interpretation on what's going on. But my hunch is that all this week, those who will make money this week are those who will sell into strength this week. Those are the folks who are going to make money. So if you're a writer of a contract, you're an option writer, you are looking to write calls into these stocks that expire this Friday or next Friday. That's what you're looking for. Short-term weakness. I think we see sharp drops with slow gains and sharp drops and slow gains. And this is perfect for option writing. You write into the gains, and then the drop comes and you scoop back contracts for a nice low price. Or you ride them out a couple of days and allow the shrinkage to do it along with a drop, and boom, you get your 50, 60, 70% return on an option write. And you might have several this week. You might have one a day. I don't know. We'll see how dramatic everything is. There it is. There it is from my end of it. We'll see what's going on. Oil is up $2.66 a barrel in Texas at $93.73. Gold is at $1,905 an ounce, up $5 an ounce today. It broke $1,900 last week, and so here we are at $1,900 an ounce. Silver's up as well. GameStop is $118.30 right now, down $3.23. It's been jumping between this price and $119-ish or something like that. I'm showing Rocket Lab off 29 cents to $8.65. Let me double check with another refresh. I want to make sure I'm completely current here. Yeah, 26-cent drop on Rocket Lab at the moment. Sofi is at $10.93.94. I think this sell-off is short-lived on SoFi. I don't think the stock's really going to go lower or stay lower. I have the impression that as the hours go by, the interpretation of the SoFi deal will be absorbed, and the implications of how significantly good this is for SoFi, it'll catch on. But the initial reaction is, oh, they're diluting their stock. And so you got to let these morons sell their stock. GameStop, $118.45 down $3.08. Matterport off 27 cents, indicated at $6.56. 23andMe, looks like we're off a dime at $4.34 at the moment. Spire down 2 cents, $2.45. ATIP off 4 cents in the pre-market. Nothing going on. No trading on SmartRent. Sextera is off 13 cents to 13.18. The all-time high was what, 13.40 just on Friday. This stock is just at or near its all-time record high. Apple, we're down $1.53 right now to 165.78. And the Goldman is off 225 to 343.80. Cisco off 14 cents. No, up 14 cents, 57.35. Tesla down $22.48 in the pre-market to $8.34. Peloton is at $29.25. It's all over there for any quick gains. And Arc Innovations, the Kathy Woods disruptor, down $1.16 in the pre-market, 63.64. And so there you have it. I kind of like her deal down here. I kind of like her Arc Innovation Fund down at these levels in the low 60s. I'm comfortable looking at that. I would be interested if I'm an option writer and I'm looking to write options, I would be interested in the idea of buying deep in the money calls on those ETF units, and then writing call options against them, short-term calls. I'd be interested in something like that. I wouldn't have a problem with that deal. In any event, there it is. Thank you all for being here. Then any of you who are making donations to my PayPal account to become a class member, I note, I think we just got one here that came through. Yep, I just see one here. Looks like a friend of ours is going to be here, one of our existing friends. I will be taking note of that. You will all receive a direct link to the class, obviously, like always, about a half an hour, 20 minutes before the class starts is when I try to get all the technical bugs out of how my class is working out. Sometimes we start right on time, and sometimes I'm a little late because glitches come in the way, but we'll figure it out. Again, if you want to be part of the class this Saturday, just send a donation to the PayPal link. It's up on the top here on the description. You should be able to see it up here. I've linked this. I've made this announcement. Join the class. Thing, and everything should be up there. So again, if you want to be part of the class this Saturday for rolling stock options, so you've written a call. And you wrote a call for a week, a month, whatever, and the stock has gone up on you, and all of a sudden it's now in the money. How do you roll over successfully? There are all kinds of ways to do this. It depends on the situation you're in, the kind of contract you've written. Your buddy Uncle Bruce will explain all that in his class coming up on Saturday, and I think you'll find it very helpful to reassure you that you're not in a pickle you can't get out of. You're going to be fine. You're going to be all right, because you were the casino going into the trade when you wrote the contracts. You are still the casino when you do the rollover. You're still in charge of this deal, and I'll help you with all of that. If you want to join us, join Jennifer and I and a number of our followers on Saturday. Whether you're a member of this channel or not, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be a member of this channel to come into the class. You need only to make a donation, and you will be linked in automatically. Whether you're a member of this channel or not, it matters not. So there you have it. Thank you, all of you, for this, for already signing up. A number of you are already doing it. Not surprised, and I think we're going to have kind of fun. All right. Thank you, all of you, for being here. Thank you for letting me know what thumbs up number you are. I appreciate that. It's great. Here's a comment from Gody. I used to work downtown. The office woman would ask me to walk them to and from their cars because it was dangerous, and we had to park blocks away from our offices. I am sure those women are clamoring to return to the office. Yeah, I'm sure they're dying to get back to the office with that kind of crap going on. Anyway, what can I say? Uncle Bruce, I have relatives in Canada really upset about Trudeau putting into play the Emergencies Act. Just curious what your thoughts are on it. To be honest, Mama Babe, I don't have any thoughts on it because I'm not there. I'm about to get there. We'll be there a week Thursday. Jennifer and I will be home Thursday night. And we'll be in Canada, for a couple of months. So I don't have an initial thought on it. Of course, I'm aware of it. I've heard of it. Apparently, there was a vote in the Parliament yesterday, and it passed the Parliament, even though it's a minority government. It made it through. I don't have an opinion on it. I mean, for me personally, I view it as something that doesn't affect me on a personal basis. The hope I have for Jennifer and I is that this summer we're in Europe. We're not even in Canada this summer, and the hope is that by next winter we're south again, and we're snowbirds next year again, and so I don't have to deal with the domestic stuff. But March and April, we'll be there. So we'll see what that's all about. I just don't see it affecting me on a minute to minute basis. I'll be here working, for you guys, and doing what I can with interpreting what's happening in the marketplace, and as far as my you know me going to demonstrations and going and getting involved in truck protests is not in my future. It's not in my game plan. So I can't see I can't see it being an issue for me. I don't see it being an issue for my daughter at this point. She has no issues with it either. She's not a protester either. Not everybody is happy with. No one's happy with everything. I mean, there are disillusioned Canadians, there are disillusioned Brits, disillusioned Germans, disillusioned Russians, disillusioned Americans, disillusioned Brazilians. Welcome to the world. But in Canada, I guess the Prime Minister and his advisors felt they had to step it up a notch to control things because too many demonstrations in too many locations were bubbling up and it was getting ridiculous. They did what they did, rightly or wrongly. History will be the judge of that, but we'll see what happens. I have no idea. I really do not know. Okay. What else? What else is going on? Again, I have no opinion on all of that stuff. The only opinion I have that I've made patently clear on this channel, if you guys do not know my opinion on one matter, then you're not paying attention. And that is, as far as I am personally concerned, and it's all up to you to decide yourselves what you want to do with yourselves. But Jennifer and I have been inoculated. We got our shots. And if the health peoples determine that Jennifer and I are in the demographic that needs a fourth shot, we're going. We're happy to do it because we want to travel. We like to travel. And we feel more comfortable having had the shot than not having the shot. But that's our opinion. It's up to you to decide for your personal well-being what you want to do with yourselves. But that's my opinion. But I haven't hidden that from day one. And, it's not like I just made up this position out of nowhere. And that's it. And whatever the beef is between all the other people out there, hey, I have been a complainer all my adult life about government at every level, municipal, provincial, federal. Who hasn't had their beef? But the beauty of Canada and the United States in general is peaceful protest is allowed, opinions are allowed, but you have to decide for yourself whether whatever your opinion is will or will not cost you economically, depending on what it is you do for a living. And as a YouTuber, I am not interested in getting into a kerfuffle that's costing me viewers and subscribers. It's not what I want to do. What do I want to do? I want to cover the stock market. How do I want to cover it? In plain English. What do I not want to do? I don't want to get in the middle of a debate between this and that and right and left and up versus down and in versus out regarding COVID, politics, politicians and everything else, because that's not what this channel is for. This channel is not a discussion group with respect to opinions on how one should live their lives or what they should and should not do regarding a virus. At least that's the best. I do the best I can at it, but I'm not very good at it sometimes. And there you have it. I think every YouTube channel runs into this. We creators run into this nightmare of our viewers going off the line. They're going into tangents and try to hijack the channel into tangents. We all run into it, especially those of us who are live. We run into this all the time, and it's a tough position to be in. And I just try to, just want to cover the markets, kids. And speaking of the markets, guess what's about to happen? they're about to start trading again. So why don't we keep an eye on that? I think Larry Titus might be giving us the official word. We might be getting the signal from Larry that the markets are opening, and I'm quite happy to go that direction, if you don't mind, and see what's happening with these stocks we're following and these markets. I see the market down 133 in the pre-market here, coming into the last minute of trading before we start trading. We're down 9 on S&P. We're down 73 on the NASDAQ. There is what I have been looking for since Friday night's close. Larry ringing the bells to open the things up. And I say, welcome all of you to the show and to the markets for February the 22nd, a Tuesday. Remember, it's Tuesday. We're up and running, and so let's get on with it. And like NTPC so eloquently says, markets are open. Let's get on with it. Yes, your 3-day break is over, people. Get back to work. And there you have it. Happy to have you here, and let's get on with trading and move forward. Thank you all. I'm watching closely to see what the markets are going to show us. Obviously, I'm going to try to update my big ass iPad here and see if it can help me out to determine just what's up and where and when and why and whatever. It seems to me that the Dow is down 192 at this early stage, first minute. It looks like S&P is off 22, and it looks like NASDAQ is off 130 points. We've got oil up 307 a barrel to 94.14, and gold is up $6 an ounce right now at 1906. Excuse me, everybody. I'm really phlegmy today. Oh boy, it's Tuesday. What else is happening here? Thank you. Oh, Jim says, I too am now in possession of a big ass iPad. Well, way to go, damn it, Jim. Nice going, buddy. Nice to hear you. Welcome to the party, pal. Some of us are all moving into big ass iPads. Of course, that's just the way those iPads are going. That's the direction that they're heading these days. Big ass iPads are ruling the roost. Let's take a look at these markets. I'm showing the Dow again down 192. I'm showing Rocket Lab off 17 cents, make it 14 cents. The Dow now down 215. So Sofi at $11 on the nose at the moment, off 40 cents, with a volume at the moment of 3.8 million shares. That is the early SoFi indication. 10.94 now to $11 is kind of what SoFi seems to be doing at the moment. We'll see how long this lasts and where this stock really wants to end up today. GameStop 117.35 down $4.18. And we've had 97,000 go through, so not a lot of volume here on GameStop. Over on AMC, we're down 66 cents to 17.50, now 75 cents lower. AMC is not helping GameStop, and GameStop is not helping AMC today. Both are down, and AMC tried to get $21 to $22 going last week and the week before, tried to break through there, could not do it. And the volumes on AMC have been slowing up on a daily basis on average. And we're now at 1.9 million traded in the first 3 or 4 minutes on AMC, and we're under pressure at 17.06 a share, down 84 cents. GameStop 117.10 right now, and I'm going to guess that is about the low of the day, 117.09, down 442. Matterport 642 down 41 cents. ME 432 down 12 cents. Spire at 240 a share, down 7 cents. ATIP at 253 a share, down 6 cents. SmartRent 734 a share, down 12. Sextera at 1333, up 3 cents on the day on 9,300 volume. The all-time high on Sextera set on Friday at 1343 a share, a dime from here. This stock is a dime away from its all-time record high. That's where Cyxtera is. Robinhood is off 40 cents. Vanek Vector is down $1.50. Home Depot down $16 a share after raising their dividend and announcing great fat profits. The stock is off $16. It's just not getting the love today. IBM off $1 to 123. Microsoft off 271 to 285. Apple at 164, down 303. Goldman down 354 to 342. The Dow now down 316 points. Cisco down 62 cents to 56.59. Facebook off $2, 203.97. Amazon is off 31 or $30. Tesla's off 25. Google's down 20. Bed Bath Beyond down 30 cents. BlackBerry down 12. Royal Caribbean down $1.11 at 82.58. JP Morgan off $1.50. Costco down $3.50. Walmart off 71 cents. Nvidia down $4.91. We got American Airlines at $17.42, down 45 cents. No help in the airlines. Netflix down $4.19. DraftKings off 16 cents to $17.13. Moderna down $2, $143.69. So the markets are under pressure everywhere. And the Dow now is showing and indicating a loss of 333 points. That's what I'm showing here, 343 right now. The low of the morning at the moment. We have a 32 to 33 point loss on S&P, and we're dropping 120 on NASDAQ. The worst performing index is the Dow, 0.98 of a percentage point. Call it 1%. We have NASDAQ down 0.82 and S&P down 0.72. Normally, lately, it's been NASDAQ leading the downward move on a percentage basis. Today, it looks like a tie between the Dow and NASDAQ. They're within a tenth of a point of each other, of being down about 0.8 to 0.9% of 1%. Oil up 3.38% or 308 a barrel to 94.15 West Texas, and gold up $5. That is the morning opening numbers here at this moment. I'm going to take a peek right now at another indicator. The VIX, we're up 2.43 points or 8.6% higher on the VIX. 30.18 is the indicator. That is negative. The higher that goes, the higher the fear index is. Russell 2000 down 18.75 points, down about 0.93 of a percentage point, and that is about even to the Dow, just a bit worse than the NASDAQ market, but they're all in the same neighborhood, very close to, let's call it 0.9 of a percentage point-ish at the moment. There is the story, guys. Watching a lot of what's happening. Germany has announced that they are indefinitely delaying the natural gas pipeline into Germany. Apparently, the pipeline is built. It has only been waiting an official environmental review to be given the green light. This is all BS. Every government does it. The US government does it. The Canadian government does it. All countries do this environmental review process. You build the damn pipeline. The pipeline had to go through environmental reviews before you even built the damn thing. Then as you were building it, you were under review. Now it's all done, ready to be turned on. Oh, we have an environmental review. It is just pure horsecocky what's going on. But the Germans are using it right now as their tool to not turn it on. Because the moment that gas pipeline is turned on, cash starts flowing into Russia for the sale of Russian natural gas. So obviously the lever, the economic lever that Germany has is being exercised right now against the Russians for the move they're making on Ukraine. There you have it. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Great to have you here. Trying to stay on top of what's going on. We got a lot happening at the moment. And let's see what else is going on here. We've got the Dow off 294, Rocket Lab down now only 9 cents at 885. SoFi at 1086 down 54 as it sorts itself out on this takeover. 6.4 million traded. SoFi could have an up day today. When it's all said and done, SoFi could be positive a buck and be at 1250. It could. Might take a day or two, but it will go higher on this news. This is positive stuff. And a week from today, the financials come out. So I see SoFi going higher, not lower. That's my personal take on it. But at the moment, 1083 a share. Knock yourself out if you're a seller. You're crazy if you're selling this stuff. If you buy this stuff, I think you are stealing from the uneducated. But it's the market. It's the market. It's market 1077. It is the stock market. And right now, 1077 is the price of SoFi stock. Rightly or wrongly, 1077 is the price. GameStop 116.43. The low of the day. It looks like we're in this neighborhood, I think. 114.19 even already. We've even dropped further than this. AMC 16.85 down $1.05. GameStop should right now be down $7.50 a share if it were equaling the pathetic performance of AMC, but it is not. It is a reluctant $4.50, but the pressure is there, so we'll see. Matterport 643 down 40, ME 444 unchanged, now up a half a penny at 444 and a half a penny. Spire 236 down 11, ATIP down 5.5 cents, Smart Rent down 21, and Cyxtera is positive. 1337 last trade, high of 1343, matching the all-time record high set Friday of 1343, or creating a new high, all-time high. 1337 on Cyxtera, right at and in just below its all-time record high. Welcome one and all to the show. I'm glad to have you here as we try to figure out just what the market is up to and what it wants to do. As we're following a lot of simultaneous developments, SoFi taking over a Technisys, $1.1 billion all-stock deal. Sounds good to me. I like it. Oil going higher because of the Russia tensions with Ukraine, all the sanctions being tossed about. We'll see what that plays out to be. The problem with oil going up means that every single person on the planet will pay more for everything. Inflation is becoming baked in because oil is adding to the problem of higher inflation. Of course, Americans and Canadians combined could change the world right now, could change the world by doing one little thing if they were to do so, if they were motivated to want to do it. And that is if on average, every North American used one less gallon of fuel a day going forward, the world would change completely change out. Oil would crash to $45 a barrel. The Middle East would be in turmoil economically because they would just lose all kinds of billions of dollars a week. Russia would be bankrupt within a year. They would be insolvent within a year because they are so addicted to $90+ prices. It's ridiculous. Erdogan would be in trouble in Turkey. The balance of payments, the import-export numbers between Canada and the outside world, the USA and the outside world, would skew in favor of North America. The American dollar would be more valuable against all other currencies, as would the Canadian dollar. Interest rates would be lower because the amount of money coming into U.S. treasuries would be so overpowering that the interest rates will drop. The American standard of living would rise dramatically for every individual in the United States and in Canada. That's all we have to do. That's all we have to do now. If only there were any one person that could convince all of North Americans to use 1 gallon less of fuel a day, 7 gallons a week less, 30 gallons a month less of fuel. driving more fuel efficient vehicles, driving less, carpooling, however you can do it. We could change the world into our favor so quickly it would make your head spin. But I don't see the motivator. I don't see the one individual that can make it happen. I just too many people who don't want to be part of the party. And there you have it. Anyway, that's my take on it. The Dow off 253, a little better. Rocket Lab is green, up 2 cents. SoFi 1090 down 49. The low of the day on SoFi 1077. We're now at 1090 on 8.9 million. GameStop back to 118.48, down $3.05. At the moment, the high of the day 1855. Looks like GameStop has gone from the low of the day of 114.19 10 minutes ago to perhaps the high of the day right now in the 118.50 range. AMC 1734 down 56 cents. Matterport 647 down 36. ME is green. It's gone plus 4 cents to 448. Spire still down 13 cents. ATIP down only 4.5. Smart Rent still down 18, but Sextera, new high trade of 1353 has now been recorded, and we're trading on 18,000 shares, 1350 to 53 on Sextera, new all-time high on this former SPAC stock. No news whatsoever. Not a single speck of news has come out on Sextera. The stock is just going higher. 264-point drop on the Dow Jones. The S&P is down 15 and Nasdaq's down 31.5. Gold is up 680. Oil up $3 a barrel, 94.11 right now. And there is the dealio right here. 118.25 on GameStop, down 3.25, near the high of the day of 1855. It looks like. And we've had a volume on GameStop of 291,000 shares. AMC now 1732, down 58 cents. The high 1752 today, the low 1672, and the volume on AMC 5.3 million. Very light for AMC. That is extremely light on AMC. No support at this point. There you have it. ME up 5 cents, up 3 cents, still up. Rocket Lab up 9 cents. We have 2 in the green. We have Sextera up 21 to 1351. That's 3 in the green right now. As we're watching these markets try to get something going, the next one to go green might be ATIP. If it can pop up 5 cents from here, it would be green. If Spire could go up 13.5, that would be green. Matterport needs to go up 40, though. A little lower. SoFi needs a 56-cent move on the upside. Smart Rent needs 19 cents on the upside before we have some more green arrows on our stocks. 212 is the down dip on the Dow. That's an improvement. This might be the high of the day. I think it is. We're now down 195 on the Dow. And I think this might be the high of the day-ish. We've kind of gone up, down, up, down, up. So we're going up 2, down 1, up 2, down 1 right now. That's the pattern at this moment on the Dow. It's a predictable 2 up, 1 down move. This is the third one we're into right now in 15 minutes. 18 minutes, not even, what are we at? 18 minutes for the day. Yep, that's what we got. We're down 178 on the Dow. Excuse me, we're down 178 on the Dow, and I think this is pretty well the best level it's seen. S&P down 8 points. That is the best, and we're down 15 on Nasdaq, and that is definitely a turnaround. But again, I think we're going to get these recoveries, and we then might see drops, and we'll just see just what this pattern is. Will the drops be less bad? In other words, higher lows and higher highs all day long? Or will we turn it and we have lower lows and lower highs, lower lows, lower highs? Do we get that? That remains to be seen. We're only 19 minutes into this day today, and we don't know. At the moment, we don't know what will be the outcome of today's trading pattern. Oil at 94.05, still up about 2.98 a barrel at the moment. Okay. ME up 3.5 cents. Rocket Lab up 9 cents. Xterra now at 13.46, up 16 cents. Those are the winners on these stocks we follow, these top 9. GameStop still down 303 to 18.50. AMC 17.48, down 42 cents. This might be the best trade level for AMC all day, 17.55 right now. This might be the best we've had on AMC. Looks like it, 17.55, 17.59. Looks like the best level of the day right now. 5.9 million, though. The volume is not that great. Let's see. Rocket Lab, 902, up 9 cents. Nice to see it over 9 again. 4.49 on ME, up a nickel. 119 on GameStop, down 239. The high today, 119.48. Just hit that a moment ago. 119.48 for the high. That was the best level of GameStop. Still down $2, but that was the best level on GameStop so far today. Dow's now down 140, climbing again, trying to inch its way back. S&P has gone green. It's up a point. NASDAQ has gone green. It's up 12.38 right now. And the Dow is now down 147 or so at the moment. All right. See if there's any power to this rally or not. The VIX is at 29.18. It's improved a little bit. It's still up 1.43. Russell is still down 0.67 of a percentage point. It's now the worst performer. The Dow is down 0.52%. The other two indexes just turned positive by hundreds of a percentage point. They just eked out a gain. The Dow now down 131. S&P just went red again, down 2 points. So will a negative wave come into this market, dropping it lower than this morning's opening, or will it be a milder sell-off with a higher high coming behind it? Stick around. We'll see what's going on. We'll figure what's going on. Hey, Uncle Bruce, I just bought a poor man covered call on GameStop. I'm long an $80 call for October, and I shorted a March 18th $125 call. So I'm long the 80 and I'm short the 125. I had to pay a 43.07. Between strikes is 45. So I think it's a good deal. What are your thoughts? So they bought an $80 call on a 117 contract, a 117 stock price. So that call is worth $37.70, $37.70. Paid $43. So that's a $6, $5.50 premium, time premium. But buying on October 22, that's what you have to pay to get it. So rather than buy the stock at 117, you bought for $43 control of 100 shares. So that's a $4,300 buy instead of a $11,700 buy. And now writing a 125 call against it for March 18th. Way to go. It's an okay move. There is depreciation in front of you on that time value. But look, if you're buying this call back today or tomorrow or on Friday or next week, for half the price you sold it for, what's wrong with that? I say nothing. That's my initial reaction. There's nothing wrong with that. A March 18, 125, 10.05 to 11.30, last trade 11.22. So if you brought in 11 something on a 125 call, that is out of the money, $8. I like this deal. Yeah, I do like this deal. Look, if you can buy this thing back for $5 on either a pullback or shrinkage, score a $6 gain on a $4,300 purchase of a contract, that's a nice start to your return. That's a 15% return on your first trade. I like that. You'll be doing several of those, and that'll more than cover the premium that you're paying over and above the book value. Nice going. Nice job there, Mirko. I like it. Um, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Something needs to go up so I can write a covered call, says Bama Babe. And for some reason, I thought SoFi would go up today. I think it might go up by the end of the day. I think by the time the day is over, we might be in the green. That's my hunch on SoFi. 1096 right now. The low of the day, 1070, 13.3 million volume. So we're 26 cents off the low for SoFi. And we'll see if it can break through 11 here. And if it goes up to 11, 10, 15, we might be going green in no time. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. My SoFi GameStop calls nicely green today, says Coyote. The Mirko says that trade of 1122 on that contract, that was me. So you got 1122. Gotcha. Inderman, I just got 500 SoFi 1076 today. I picked up 500 more. Well done. Well done. Wavy is saying SoFi is recovering now. 1098 is coming back on. Thingamabob says broker. That's the word of the day there. Swiss butt up. Anti-PC, it will, especially after earnings. Compounding factors. Ask Dave on SoFi. It's going higher. Fantastic. Let's run it, baby. Let's go. We're down 67 points on the Dow now. We've recovered that much on the Dow Jones. Over on the other indexes, we're down. We're up 9 on S&P. We're up 35 on NASDAQ now. And over on the Russell, it looks like we're still negative on the Russell, down 12.5 points, 0.62%. And the VIX is still up 1.1 points, so that's still down. That's still a 4% gain on the VIX. That's still negative at 28.92 on the day. It's negative. So we'll see. Interesting stuff. 1098 on SoFi, having popped up from 1071. So it is improving from the low of the day. 27-cent pop in the right direction on SoFi. The Dow right now down 77 points. S&P Nasdaq still holding a gain at this point in time. AMC still at 1769, down 21. Matterport now only down 29 cents. ME down only 1 penny on ME. Spire is down 8 cents. ATIP is down 8 cents. SmartRent's down only 19 cents. And Sextera 1342, up 12 cents right now. So not a bad day there. Now we've just readjusted on the Dow. We're down 113 on a little sell-off. We'll see just how much of a sell-off there is. Good morning, simpletons from Duncan. Good morning, Duncan, and good morning, Jeff. Welcome to the show today. Great to have you all joining us today from around the world. It's great that you're here. We're down 127 on the Dow right now. Just backed off 60 points in a hurry. Now we're down 145 on the Dow Jones as we are running into some selling. U.S. home prices increased in December at their fastest rate in 34 years. Headline just came across. U.S. home prices increased in December at the fastest rate in 34 years. That can be bad for the market. That shows higher demand, higher pricing, higher inflation building in, higher rents expected. My goodness. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. We're still down 137 on the Dow right now. GameStop 118.55, backed off a little bit, down 298 right now. AMC down 22 cents though, 1768 is kind of hanging in there. Interesting on that home indicator. That's an interesting comment there. Interesting headline. S&P is about to go red. It's right at the break-even line again, barely up a point. Watching that closely. And NASDAQ is up 7.8 points now. Not much of a gain there anymore. Anyway, there you go. Down 125 on the Dow. Rocket Lab up a nickel. SoFi 1094, down 45 cents. GameStop down 303 to 118.50. AMC down 21 cents. Matterport down 32. ME down 1 penny. Spire down 9. ATIP down 8. Smart Rent down at 23 cents. Sixter up 8 cents. Robinhood down 18 cents. Bannock is up 248. Home Depot still down at 329 a share, 1776. The high for Home Depot in the last few months, $420. It's now 329. That is a haircut on Home Depot, and it is raising its dividend 15% and record earnings. So there you go. Even that can't save the stock sometimes, depending on the mood of the market. IBM up 51 cents. It's turned around, 124.80 a share. Microsoft up $1.67. It's gone green to 289.34, trying to get back to 300. Apple down 158 at $165 a share, 165.72. Goldman up 177, turned around. It's now 347.81 after getting down to 344, so it's improving. Cisco down 28 cents to 56.93. Facebook down 84 cents, trying to come back. Amazon down $21, not too much of a drop there. We're down 12 on Tesla. We're better than this morning, and Google has improved. It's up $5 at the moment. Those are some of our quotes, and I feel the presence of the Jennifer. Hello there, the Jennifer.
It's the presence of the Jennifer.
No, Jennifer has arrived. Jennifer and I had fun last night. Not that kind of fun. Other kind of fun. We were watching Die Hard last night. We watched Die Hard. We put it on Saturday night on a demand kind of thing, and then we watched it. We watched the first half Saturday night, and then fell asleep because we're so exhausted. Because we started it too late at our time.
Children.
We're children, and we watched the other half last night.
It's awesome.
It's awesome.
Because I think the last time we probably saw it would have been on a cable channel where they take all the words out.
With commercials.
And you can't do that. You got to have all the words. It's just so good.
So good.
And of course, we're talking along with it.
Oh yeah, we're repeating all the lines.
We're in sync with them. Yeah, well,
Alan Rickman.
Pretty handy with that accent there.
You want to offer him a breath mint? Some of the one-liners are in there.
The FBI is here.
Yeah, I'm Special Agent Johnson. This is Special Agent Johnson. We're not related.
No relation. Yeah.
There's a Special Agent Johnson. No, the other one.
The other one. It's so good. It's so good.
Love it.
So everybody's down.
Well, we've been red for the most part,
Russia.
but we're not red like thousands of points.
No, like 10 cents, 64 cents, 39 cents, 38 cents. Yeah.
The Dow is off 128
cents.
right now, 134. We were not down 1,000 points here.
I tried to get most of them, but those little guys, I think they're good for you. You should just swallow them. They say seeds in your diet are important.
Yeah, especially seeds that grow inside you. Soon you'll have leaves coming out of your mouth. And then a grapefruit hanging off the side of my head. Yeah, it could be a stash. Oh, man.
Have you guys talked about what today is?
Oh, haven't mentioned it.
It's 2/22/22.
Which is?
The date is February 22nd, 2022. We won't be 2/22/22 for another 100 years.
Oh.
And today is Tuesday. And look, there's two of us in the room.
Why do I feel afraid? Why? There's no one here to protect me. I could get hit.
Tuesday.
Two of us.
Tuesday. 2/22/22.
I don't know. I just don't know. I'm just going to say this, that in the movie Die Hard, when Al Powell was told to go to the Nakatomi Tower, he comes out of that convenience store at the gas station. He looks down the road at the Nakatomi Tower, and you see the gas price. 77.9 was the price of unleaded fuel in 1988. 1988, that movie was released. So in 88, we were paying 77.9 in California. That was the price of gas
California.
in 80. Just think about that. Was expensive
In the rest
gas.
of the world, it was probably 60s.
What was gas in Texas in 1988? 49.9, 44.9. What is your price today?
Well,
Welcome
that's
to.
why we had those big old cars.
That's right. Those big old V8 cars. Oh man, the good old days.
To the mile. Yeah.
Oh boy.
So what's it going to be today? It is Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
It's not Monday.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. But
and we do have like a dozen and a half eggs. I'm just throwing that out.
Yeah, we have that too. But
we're going to be eating a lot of eggs this week.
Yeah, we'll be eating a lot. We'll be eating everything in the house. We're not going out for any food this week. We got to eat in the house.
But there's restaurants I want to go to because I know I won't see.
We're running out of time.
We're running out of
time. This is very. It's a delicate time. It's delicate. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm thinking. Grape jelly.
Okay.
I'm just.
Even though it's not Monday.
You're
really going to feel like Monday if you continue this farce.
You continue this game, mister. You just continue this little game you're playing here.
That's right. Okay, I'll see you later. Who knows what it'll be?
Oh, 5 minutes before it's time to go off the air, I'll get my bagel.
Surprise.
She can't be watching curling on television. The Olympics are over, unless they're playing reruns.
That could be.
She could be watching reruns. I have no idea. Terry Swinton Terry saying, I wrote a March 18th expiry 175 on Apple last week for $270. I can get it back today for a nice profit. Nice job. With Apple right now at what, the 165.08. This contract is $10 out of the money. This is what we call the double whammy coming in for Swinson. You wrote the call at 270. The stock was obviously higher in price. Now the stock has backed off, and time has gone by, including the long weekend we just had, which is working perfectly for Swinson. And this contract is shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. You gotta love that. You just gotta love it. I'm very happy with this, of course, because I just love seeing viewers of mine who, you own Apple, great. You have 100 shares, you can write a contract. You own 200 shares, you can write 2 of these contracts. But if you own poor man covered calls and you picked off like $120 covered calls, like $120 calls, 125s, 130s, you can write these calls against those calls, and you're not spending $17,500 for 100 shares. You're spending maybe $4,500, $5,000 to write a call now, instead of spending $17,000 to write a call. $270 doesn't sound like a lot of money, but when you only have to put up $5,000 to write this call, if Swinson doesn't do anything and buys them back for really cheap, like I'm thinking a quarter, something like that, clearing $250 on a contract like this, that is a sweet ride. It's a sweet way to go. Let me just take a look at this contract you wrote. Let me just see if here it is. The March 18th, let's see, calls. What did you write? A 175? Where are we at? Am I getting this? Am I able to get this quote? Oh my gosh, you've got to be laughing. Oh gosh, yeah. What do you at $1 something now? You're probably up 50% right now, and they're going to shrink further. Obviously, 175s next week. The contracts that expire a week before these, they're only at 80 odd cents, and of course, March the 4th, the 175, they're sitting at 38 cents each, 37 cents each. So these contracts in the next week to 2 weeks, if the stock stays here, are on the way to 30 something odd cents in the next 14 days. If this contract is $1.20 right now, I'd be surprised if it's $1.20. There's a 150 gain already made on a $5,000 investment. You've made $150 profit already. That's 3% on your money. If you've made that in a week, last week you wrote it. If you clear 3% on your money in a week's time, and you manage to do this 4 times a month, you're talking 12% a month, which is $600 a month in writing contracts. Pays for my $100 classes, doesn't it? Yeah, it sure does. These $100 classes are paid for in no time, just doing this example right here. And this is just, if it's just a contract, if you could do 5 contracts, you have $25,000, you buy 5 in-the-money calls, and you're writing 5 contracts at a time. This is a $750 return in a week. That's $3,000 a month at this pace. That's $3,000 a month of cash coming in. A number of people who watch this show, who follow me, if they have $3,000 a month in cash coming in from this kind of a source, this changes things around the house very quickly. It allows you to throw $3,000 from time to time at a big fat credit card balance and just bring it down to a much more manageable total. Or it's a $3,000 acquisition of cash towards the acquisition of a new car, perhaps, or a used car, or whatever. $3,000 a month takes out a part-time job for perhaps you and your better half. There might be 2 of you living on your own, both working, full-time and part-time, and now the part-time jobs are gone because of this income coming in. Talk about a life changer. You can bump this up to 10 contracts if you have $50,000 saved up and buy into Apple, deep in the money calls into Apple, the world's largest corporation, and you can do 10 of these. That's $1,500 profit in the span of a week here. That equals $6,000 a month. That could eliminate a full-time job for sure. That could allow 1 of 2 of you to say goodbye, or it allows both of you to go from full-time positions to part-time positions. And that might be what makes you both happy, because there's more time for the 2 of you to have time off together during the week and the weekends, and be able to manage this instead. Man, it's a life changer. Absolutely a life changer. Swinson, thank you for letting us know how you're doing on this trade. If this isn't an advertisement for writing call options, I don't know what is. Let's see. Cindy is saying maybe selling a covered call on Goldman Sachs at 350 wasn't a smart move. Well, it's 346 is where the stock is right now. I mean, where's it going? It got up to 348, and here it is at 346. So you're okay. You always have the rollover if you need it. You don't need it to use it right now, I'll tell you that. Way to go, way to go, way to go, way to go. Thank you, all of you who are here giving me thumbs ups today. Looks like we're over 300 now. I appreciate that very much. This is fantastic. Split Uncle Bruce, are you trying now with that daily grapefruit to take care of that skin of yours? At least here in Germany, we know this is good for the skin if you eat a grapefruit every day. I just know it's good for me. The grapefruits you can buy here in California at Costco are so good. In Canada, they're more of a bitter, sour taste. Here, they're sweet. They're just wonderful, and I just enjoy them so much to kind of get the system going in the morning. I love it. We're down 142 on the Dow right now. We're not at the low of the day. We're not at the high of the day. We started low. We went up almost to the negative 40 level on the Dow. Now we're down 140. Now what will happen is the question. Is the Dow going to go higher than negative 40? Can it break even? Or is this going to falter at around negative 100, negative 80, and then drop down to 200? And are we now going to establish we're going up 1 step, but then we're going down 2 steps? Is that the plan? I don't know. We're down 142.92. right at the second. We were just down 125 a moment ago. Now we're down 143 again. So we'll see. Rocket Lab is right at that break-even line, negative 2 cents, plus 2 cents, right where we are. SoFi still at 1093, down 46 cents. Volume on SoFi, 18 million. That is not heavy trading, which is telling me there isn't 100 million shares for sale down here. This stock is, I think we're running out of stock under 11, maybe under 12. My hunch, we might be running out of stock on SoFi. GameStop, 120.91 a share, down 62 cents, recovered. This is the high of the day range on GameStop. It is not looking like we're going to go to 110, 115 at the moment. It could still happen, but it doesn't look like it right now. What is this GameStop going to do? Well, we're gonna find out in not too long a future here. We're watching. Let's see what we got here. GameStop 121 was the high, 121.19, and that was just being set right now. That's the high of the day, down 34 cents. The low, 114.19, $7 swing so far. So those of you who have shares of GameStop and you are thinking of writing call options, you may have bought back some earlier this morning, perhaps. I don't know. Now you're wondering, oh, I might be able to write some more calls. This might be in my wheelhouse here today. Keep an eye on this stock. AMC is plus a nickel right now. If AMC wants to break 18, go to 1850. Take GameStop to 122, 123. You might want to write 125 calls for this Friday or next Friday. Or you may want to write 120 calls for this Friday or next Friday. Literally write in the money calls on top of the premium, on top of that. Bring that cash into your account right away and see if the stock gives you a little pullback to enjoy a little day trade. One never knows. 121.24 on GameStop as we are hitting new highs, down 29 cents on the day. This is the new high of the day, 121.47, the next new high right now, down only 6 cents. So GameStop is coming on. Looks like it wants to go into the green, and those of you who want to write options on GameStop now watch course closely to see how it reacts. The Dow is still down 119 at this point, but if the Dow does have a rally and AMC wants to rally into 1825, 1850, maybe GameStop can give you 123, 124. Maybe it can do that. We'll see. Or 121.48 on GameStop. New high of the day right now on GameStop. 121.61. We are green on GameStop. We're up 8 cents now at 17.97 on AMC, up 7, and we're up 8 on GameStop at the moment. Rocket Lab unchanged. SoFi 10.99. GameStop, SoFi trying to break $11. It's done it already at the opening. Now it's going to try it again, 10.96 to 10.99 on SoFi, 18.99 million on SoFi, 121.70 on GameStop, up 17 cents. Matterport down 3 cents. We have come all the way back on Matterport. ME down a half a penny. Spire down 7, ATIP down 8.5, SmartRent down 20, Sixter holding a 2 cent gain. We've got a big turnaround happening here on our following, the stocks that we follow the closest. They've turned around from losses this morning and are climbing. A little bit of glitches here and there, but all in all, it's a lot better looking than an hour ago when we opened up 40 minutes ago. Okay, let's see. What else is going on here? Jen is the best. There you go. Eric, I'm thumbs up number 316, Bruce. That's where we're at right now. Thumbs up for you. 316. Thank you all. Let's go. What else is going on here? Good Good stuff happening here. Interesting day. Watching that Russia stuff closely. We'll see what happens with that. Okay. Yep. Zed knows. GameStop 121.93 right now, 40 cents. It's going higher. Going higher. Let's go. What else is happening here? I'm gonna wait to write on GameStop unless it hits 130. There you go. And let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens. 121.93 up 40 cents on GameStop. AMC at 17.96 up 6 cents. Rocket Lab up a penny at 8.95. Dow Jones still down 124.5. SoFi still at 10.99, now 11. We're at 11 on SoFi. We just hit 11 again on SoFi right now. 11 bucks a share, down 40 at the moment. Matterport up 1 penny. We are green on Matterport. We're at 685 up 2, and ME unchanged at 444. So that's going higher. Aspire down 7, ATIP down 9, Smart Rent down 14, Sixter holding a 1 penny gain. We're seeing more green show up on our small growth stocks, the former SPACs, as we speak. More green coming into this market. 122.06 on GameStop. We're up 50 odd cents, pushing 122 around. AMC 17.92. Watching to see if AMC can break 18 on the day. SoFi $11, down 39 cents at the moment. 11.04, just went through 11 like a hot knife through soft butter. 19.8 million traded. This is the highest level since this morning's opening, which was at 11:15ish. We're now 11.04, down 36 cents on SoFi. It's coming on right here on 19.8 million. SoFi trying to go higher and reduce and eliminate its red losses here. 121.98 on GameStop, 11.07 on SoFi. We're now only down 32 cents on SoFi. It's quickly climbing right now. We're up a nickel on Rocket Lab. We're up 16 on AMC, 18.06. I said we could break 18 and break through. It did. 122.20 GameStop up 67, 18.05 on AMC, 6.89 up 6 cents on Matterport. We're up a penny on 23andMe to 4.45. Now we're only off 6 cents on Spire, still down 8 on ATIP as we are seeing more green indications coming our way. We're down 128, 129 on the Dow. Is this the beginning of a pop on the Dow, or are we going to back it off? It looks stronger than weaker. S&P up 2.91, NASDAQ up 32 points right now. SoFi 11.08, down 31 cents. GameStop up 71 now to 122. Up 94 on GameStop. We're up 94 cents to 122.47. 94-cent gain on GameStop now. High of the day, 122.49. That's up from 114 low. So we're up $8 plus on GameStop, climbing right now. Those of you looking to write calls, keep your eyes open on maybe writing 120s to 125s for either this Friday or next Friday. You may want to go to next Friday just to get more premium on your hands. And the next 2 or 3 days of shrinkage would really benefit you. That might be your trade. On the other hand, who knows? GameStop could be 115 at noon today for all we know. I mean, it just jumps everywhere. So let's see. 122.24 up 71 cents on GameStop. Matterport up a nickel. We're up a half on ME. We're only down 5.5 on Spire. And Rocket Lab up 4. The Dow down 108 and is improving. Oil down 193, improving. $93 a barrel, a little lighter on the price of crude. Gold is only up 90 cents to 1900. So there's a bit of a calm happening here at the moment with this market. That's what's going on right now, everybody. Thank you Let's see. I just bought into Matterport, says Smoke Dog. There you go. And let's see. Thinking it's going back to 10, so it's good for me with a quick profit. There you go. And where are we at now? We're down 135 on the Dow. Rocket Lab up 2, SoFi 1103, GameStop 122.56 up $1.03. AMC back to 17.96 up 7, Matterport 684 up 1 penny, ME up a half a penny. Vanik up 310 now to 268. Home Depot down $19, still down. IBM up 11 cents. Microsoft up 140 a share, 147. Apple down $1.34. Goldman down 191. Okay. Well, that's kind of where we're at here. Lots of intrigue. We're down 150 on the Dow, going negative again on the Dow. S&P up 2.7, Nasdaq up 36. So a little bit of a pullback on the Dow Jones here to see how serious this is. We'll find out. Okay, $11 even on SoFi. We're back to $11 on the SoFi. AMC unchanged, $17.90, now $94, just jumped 4 cents. GameStop 121.89 up 36 cents. SoFi back up to 11.02. So a little uptick just came through with some of these stocks here. Matterport up 2, ME up a penny. So 4 greenies to see here. That's kind of nice. Rocket Lab, GameStop, Matterport, ME, and now Cyxtera. 5 green bars out of the 9 stocks we follow closely at this moment in time. Down 117 on the Dow Jones Industrial. Okay, there it is. Over on the VIX, we're still showing a gain of 0.98. And so we're at 2873 on the fear index, but it was worse this morning, much worse. We've improved a bit there. Russell still down 4.6 points at this moment this morning. Okay, and let's take a look over here. Looking at headlines all over the place. See what we're seeing here. Okay. Hong Kong orders mandatory COVID-19 tests for all residents. That's coming out of Hong Kong right now. They are having problems over there with the explosion of the virus. Let's go. Okay. Any other comments I need to worry about? Let's take a look over here. Check out the journal, see what the headlines are that we need to worry about. Okay. Lots of news, of course, on Russia, obviously. Yep, the housing prices is the highest since 1987 when the indexes began measuring these numbers. And SoFi's headline of buying Technisys is still on the front page of the Wall Street Journal online. It is still a front page story for SoFi. That is nothing wrong with that. Okay. Okay, what else is going on? Hang on. What else is happening? The Volkswagen is in advanced talks over Porsche IPO. They might take Porsche public as a separate public corporation. Interesting. Chinese banks in 2 key cities cut mortgage rates to boost housing sector. Headline goes, two of China's largest and most prosperous cities have cut interest rates for prospective homebuyers, joining an effort to prop up a housing sector whose weakness could threaten the broader economy. Interesting. Okay. Okay, let's see. And let's go. Yeah, U.S. home sales jumped 6.7% in January amid record low inventory. There you go. Mm, 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 mm. Well, those seem to be the biggest headlines of the day on the Wall Street Journal today. And of course, it's dominated by the Russian movement of troops. It's all about Russia, one after another. The stories just keep going and going and going and going and going. That's what we're seeing there. The Dow now down only 72 points. Definite improvement here. The down dip was not as severe as the last one. The Dow is still seems to be climbing on every successive run up. We have S&P up 11.7 and the Nasdaq up 66. Now we have Rocket Lab up a penny at the moment. Sofi holding at 11.01 down 38 cents. GameStop at 122.10 up 57 cents. AMC off 2 pennies to 17.88. AMC reached 18.13 on 12.2 million, but it is now 17.84. So 16 to 30, 29-cent drop on AMC from its high to where it is right now. So AMC looks to be getting weaker at the moment. 17.78 down 12 cents on AMC. Matterport 6.75 down 8 cents, backed off. ME down 3.5, it's backed off. Spire down 7, ATIP down 7.5, Smart Rent down 22, and Sextera holding a 4-cent gain. So there are only a couple of green arrows right now that I'm showing you at the moment. And SoFi has gone under 11 again to 10.93. So opportunities still exist for SoFi buyers to steal paper under 11 a share. For how long, I don't know. But to me, this is a bargain on SoFi. GameStop 121.96 with AMC at 17.78. AMC is backing up, pardon me, it is backing up from that 18.23 high. So it's a 35-cent pullback on AMC. Is this just a temporary midday thing? It's possible. But is it a sign of another failed attempt at a rally that just petered out on AMC? Possible. GameStop, this could be a failed rally as well, and we could go back to 115 or less a share. That's possible, and that's why I'm talking about writing calls for this Friday, 125, or next Friday, 125, or even 120 in the money calls to maximize premium in your hand and give back as little as possible when you buy those calls back. All doable, all possible. I don't know. We'll see what happens with everybody here. Good luck to all of you on your option writing quests. What can I say? Okay. Cash secured put, you're selling. That's right. You're a writer. You are a writer. My understanding is I would get exercised at the strike. Theoretically, yes, you'd have to buy the stock at the strike price. But if you write an out of the money put and take a premium, you're getting the premium as upfront towards the price of those shares. So gets them to you at a discount. Whether that deal attracts your interest or not is the question. GameStop just went red again. We're down 12 on AMC. We're now down 4 cents on GameStop, 121.49. 10.91 on SoFi. We're down 145 on the Dow. We had a brief attempted rally, but it looks like we could not hit a higher high on the latest run up on the Dow and now we're backing off. So is it possible that we attempted a higher high, couldn't do it, now we're going to hit a lower low and start this downward trend for the rest of the day or for a few hours? I'll let you know. See what's going on. Oh man, oh man, oh man! Lots to watch here, all simultaneously. There is so much going on. 886 on Rocket Lab, down 9. 1090 on Sofi, down 49. We're down 23 on GameStop to 121.30. We're down 13 on AMC to 17.77. We're still backing up. Matterport down 9 cents to 6.74 now. We're off 5.5 on ME. We were green 10 minutes ago. We're off now 438.5. We're down 10.5 on Spire, 7.5 on ATIP. Still going negative here. Down 29 on Smart Rent to 7.17, and Sextera is only up 2 cents right now at this point in time. That's what's happening, kids. Oh boy, what is going to happen with this market? Lots of speculation, lots of volatility. As I had mentioned in the pre-opening today, we were going to get volatility today, and it's not going to stop. We could have this all week. Moderna stock gains 3% as it gains phase 3 clinical trial, as it's moving in phase 3 clinical trial, they say. Whoever they are, Moderna is better. NVIDIA is up $1.64 to 238. And there's Moderna up 436 to 150 a share. Go Moderna, go. I have a viewer that would really like Moderna to go up. Would really be nice if that could happen, please. Down 140 on the Dow right now. SoFi down to 1088, 1084 SoFi, and GameStop off 52 cents. AMC down 18 to 1772. AMC backing up here from that 1813 high. That's a 31 cent pullback, I guess. 12.7 million traded on AMC. That is really light. That is not a good thing in an hour. We had last week, the best hour we had was 26 million shares traded in an hour. Now it's 12. Not good. GameStop at 120.99 a share. We're off 54 cents on 594,000 shares. Not heavy interest there either at the moment. So those of you who are in the option writing business, keep an eye on this. Let me know how you're doing. W. Walters, hey, Bruce, I'm thumbs up number 351 today. Good morning, Uncle Bruce. I want to join your class so bad on Saturday, but I'm in a wedding in San Diego. Cancel it. Just tell them it. Tell them it can't be done. You know, when they say, does anyone object? You say, I'm objecting. I got to go see Uncle Bruce. I guess I have to get the encore class. I guess you will. Just wait for it to list next week, and then the week after, and pick it up there. No big deal. Can be done, but looking forward to seeing you folks coming into this class Saturday on rewriting options here on rollovers. Spire. Okay, thanks. I thought there was something wrong with through shipping. And there's people asking and responding to Splair's questions about all kinds of stuff. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate this. We're down 148 on the Dow here. We're closely monitoring the volatility here. We're negative now on S&P, down a third of a point. We're still gaining on NASDAQ, but we're only up 14 points at the moment. We're not getting a big, fat, juicy rally. We'll see if we get one now, but we've been really under pressure here. Gold is up $1.20. Oil down is up 170 to 92.77 West Texas right now. Okay. Bobby says you got to learn to roll over a wedding. You got to learn how to do that. There you go. Wing Commander, GameStop cash secured put $95 strike. January 20th for 2023, so next year, it's $27.80 to $33.10. What are your thoughts? So it's around $30, isn't it? If you take the difference between the two here down the middle. So if you write that contract, you are paid $30 to write it, and you are on the hook to buy that stock for $65. Um, I kind of like this deal. I kind of like the idea of writing this contract and bringing in about, if you can bring in 30 or more, if you can bring in that kind of cash to commit to buy GameStop at 95 a share, where it's trading 120, 180 right now, you're on the hook to pay $65 net. Are you comfortable paying $65 for GameStop stock? You need to put up $9,500 cash to write this contract, but you'll bring in 3,000 right away against the 9,500. So, yeah, 9,500 is left in the account. You can do whatever you want with the 3 grand. Buy more stock if you want, write call options, or whatever you want to do. But if you have enough cash to buy 5 of these, or write 5 of these contracts, to write 5 95s, you got to come up with $47,500. You'll bring in 15 grand cash right now, and that'll let you buy 120 GameStop shares right there if you want to buy up the stock or use it for whatever you want. I don't mind this deal, Wing Commander. DQ, I object. I have to go see Uncle Bruce. By the way, I saw the bridge kissing a groomsman last night later. I saw the bride. I saw the bride kissing a groomsman last night. I see what's going on. Uncle Bruce, is it break time to me? And I'm sitting on my toolbox. It is break time. It is break time for me. I think that's what Far Lomas is saying. I'm sitting at my toolbox. I can listen to you but not watch you. It makes me feel like there is someone here with me, so I'm not so alone, laughing out loud. Well, fabulous, my man. Nice to have you here. Appreciate that you're using me for company. I hope you're enjoying the show. I'm trying to describe as best I can what's going on. I do see right now the Dow dropping. It's off now 167. This is the lowest level since our run-up. So we have gone lower now since the opening when we tried to find a new level for the market. We've dropped through whatever support we had. Now we're down 176 on the Dow. So the Dow is backing off, which has in fact made the S&P go down 4 points. It's negative. And now NASDAQ has just gone negative again. It is now down a point. And these two indices are quickly trying to catch up to the Dow's drop. Gold down $1.10 at the moment, down $1, and oil up 118. The Dow off 186, as far as I can read this update. 186, 195 on the Dow, and so that's 30 points in 2 minutes. Here it is. The reason bulletin: U.S. consumer confidence dips in February. That is the headline that just came out. Okay, so we're down 202 on the Dow. We're down 6.3 on S&P. We're down 11 on NASDAQ. We are falling on all 3 indexes. My hunch is we're going to be falling on Russell. Let's take a look at Russell. I had it up over 5.5 points. Now I'm showing it only up 5.1 points. And it looks like the VIX might be going negative again. It's up 1.27, which is the bad news. The higher the VIX goes, the worse the fear index is reading. We're at 2902 on the fear index right now. So we might be backing up here with a little more selling pressure. We are down 205, 206 on the Dow. We are off 8.5 on S&P and 14 on NASDAQ. All right. That's what it looks like. Oh, we're off more than that. We're off more than that. We're now down 212 on the Dow, 10 on S&P, and 21 on NASDAQ. We are quickly accelerating on the downside right now. 29.14 on VIX, 29.14 and falling on the VIX. Okay. Welcome to the fun zone. As I say, Farmulus, I'm glad you're here, buddy. All right. Let's see what else is going on. Coyote says, in college, I worked late nights at Lowe's. Eating my dinner at 11:30 p.m. was lonely. I would go hide outside in the lumber yard area and watch YouTube. I get that feeling. And let's go. Don't worry, says 99 Nation Videos. We'll keep you company next to the fires of the stock market. Okay. Let's see. Let's go. What's happening here? Sean Zumel. Good morning. I just got here. Sorry if it's been asked, but is SoFi's acquisition dilutive for our holdings? Is this bad for our holding? You know what? I think this is really positive. The initial reaction was a down dip on the stock because there are those people who think, oh, it's dilutive to the company. It's going to be terrible for the company. When you get into the details of this deal, this acquisition, it is a cash cow generator for SoFi. It is going to spin off cash like crazy for SoFi. Plus, it's going to reduce SoFi costs by as high as $75-80 million a year. This is going to put SoFi in a profit position so much sooner than originally forecast, and its upside is that much greater. So it's a temporary down dip today, which is it means that you have an opportunity to score a deal. Buy this SoFi stock right now at 1080. Just buy it. Because I think that this deal, as it gets disseminated and gets analyzed even further, and with their revenues being released a week from today, we're going higher on this stock. But I repeat myself, I like it. Yeah, Swinson, I really like this deal with SoFi. I'm with you there. Fantastic, everybody. Welcome, one and all. We're down 207 on the Dow right now. We're at a little dip here. We're testing lows of the day. Not the lowest price of the day, but the lowest trading range since opening when we tried to do a little recovery trade. We're down 7.8 now on S&P, and we're down 14.5 on NASDAQ. Will we recover a little and have another shot down? Because consumer confidence numbers came out not good. Record high house prices, 34-year all-time highs for home prices have just been reported. Not good. We've got pressure on the markets, and we'll watch this, of course, very closely. GameStop down 23 cents to 121.30. AMC at 17.78, down 11 cents. Matterport down 11. We did get green for a bit. ME down 3. We were green. Aspire got to within a nickel of breaking even. Now it's down 9.5. ATIP down 8. SmartRent got within about 15 cents of breaking even. Now 37 cents. It's down to 7.09. Cyxtera up 7 cents. Over at Rocket Lab, we're off 7 cents. We're at 8.87. We were at 9.05, 9.10 a while ago. Could not hold it. SoFi 10.76. We were over 11. I think 11.15. Could not hold it. So at the moment, SoFi is 10.76. It is a bargain here. The news today, I think, incredibly positive. Incredibly good. Stock market does not yet agree with me, so take advantage of it. Grab it. All right, Coyote, rent has skyrocketed. Housing prices have skyrocketed. The average person is getting squeezed out. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Here you have it. Here you go. Michael is saying to Sean, the stock involved in the takeover where SoFi bought Technisys, all that stock is restricted stock. It can't trade for at least a year. There's no immediate fear of stock coming up for sale. There'll be none coming up for sale from the insiders of that deal. Exactly. I think also that anyone who's aware of Technisys now knows, oh, wow, Technisys is now inside SoFi. It's going to be part of SoFi. Got to buy SoFi to take advantage of the upside of these two companies together. Up goes the SoFi stock. That's my opinion, but not necessarily in the next 10 minutes. So grab this stuff. Scoop it. Anyway, I'm realizing that Uncle Bruce gets better in skipping not necessarily comments, or is he so near at the end of the chat due to the red start? And Sean is saying, this is nice. This deal sounds pretty good. I like this deal too. I really like this deal. 10.75 on SoFi. SoFi is on a temporary discount but this isn't going to last. Man, if this were to go to 26 a share, anyone who buys it now is paying 40 cents on the dollar for a $26 stock. This were to go to 30 a share, you're paying 35 cents on the dollar. This goes to 100 a share, you're paying 10.7 cents on the dollar for this stuff. There's some upside here. There's some real upside here, but I wish I could tell you what happened would happen in 5 days. I just can't say. Aaron, I just bought 100 shares of Sofi. Well done, Aaron. You are the smartest man in the room. Way to go. The fact that it's an all-stock deal tells me the insiders at Technisys, they want the stock. Exactly. And they are in here at $12.50. The average price of the deal when the stock got calculated out was about $12.50 a share. They're in at $12.50 and they're happy. They're happy they're in at $12.50 because to get 1/10 of Sofi at $12.50 is impossible. You can't buy 90 million shares of this company right now without moving it. There's no way you can get 90 million shares under $12.50 a share. There's no way. It's going to go. Anyway, there you go. What does Technisys do? They are the software, the cloud software to set up online banking. And they do work for Sofi and other institutions. Now they're owned by Sofi, so that the earnings that they make are now inside Sofi's books. Beautiful stuff. I love this. These folks are big in Latin America as well, apparently, and now Sofi has a finger into Latin America through this. Very good move. Very good move. The Dow down 230 now, down 230 points. We have, let me refresh my page here. S&P down 11 points. We have NASDAQ down 22. We are falling to lower levels, 250 now, 250 point drop on the day. We're falling to lower levels very quickly. The low of the day was the opening of the Dow today. We were down around 33,732. We're now at 33,808. So we're only 70, 80 points away from a new low of the day. And we seem to be heading there at this moment. It looks like it. Down 258 right now. Rocket Lab down 11 cents. Sofi down 69 to 1070. GameStop down 60 cents to 120.93. AMC dropping now 17.66 down 24 cents. Matterport off 15. ME down 3.5. Spire down 11.5. ATIP down 8.7. Smart Rent down 48 cents. Cyxtera up 9. Pressure on the Dow. I have the best thing the stock market could ever want. I got myself a bagel here that Jennifer has prepared for me, and that would be beautiful. Splitter, I'd go crazy if Sofi hit $20 shortly after earnings if it starts to run. Thanks to this news, that could drive me nuts. And Jason, I bought 500 shares this morning at 1078. Brought my average cost down to 1338. Continue to add shares up to 3,000. Right on. Right on. What we can say. I just bought another 100 at 1071. Says Vilbus. Is Technis whatever profitable? Apparently, I think they are. And they're going to save Sofi about $80 million a year in costs because they don't have to pay them anymore for the services. It's an in-house system. Oh, this could be very good. Anyway, let's go. We don't have their financials, but we think they are. Because the the impact on Sofi is profoundly good. Let's go. Let's go. Biden to speak from the White House on Russia and Ukraine at 2 p.m. Eastern time, 11 o'clock Eastern time. No, 11 o'clock my time. 2 o'clock Eastern, okay. Lots happening. So much. Mm. The Dow down 231. We got S&P down 1491, Nasdaq down 45 points. Rocket Lab down 11 cents, SoFi down 70 to 1070, GameStop down 89 cents to 120.64, AMC at 17.65 down a quarter now. Matterport off 13 cents, ME down 4.5. That's where we're at. Thank you to those of you who've stepped up to give us thumbs ups here today. 369, it looks like now, have come through on this one. Thank you all for helping out, getting us through this level already on thumbs ups. Much appreciated. Mm. Mm. Thank you, everybody. By the way, those of you who are renewing your memberships into this channel, a number of you are now becoming 1 year anniversary BAGEL members of Chillin' with Uncle Bruce members. Thank you so much. Your logos will change this month. This is so cool. We're down to 267 now on the Dow. We're dropping again right now on the Dow. Mm. So good. Mm, mm, mm. We're down 285. That Dow's backing off. 1066 on SoFi. Those are stink bids. 1066, those are stink bids. Right in front of the 1065 level. And I bet you there are 1061 bids, 1056s, and 1051s. I bet you. GameStop, 120.36. Oh, this bagel hits the spot. Oh my gosh. Thank you for joining me today, everybody. It's great to have you here. AMC backing off. 1756 down 34. Oh, right on. WD BC now wrote a 120 GameStop covered call for Friday. Thanks, Bruce. Right on. Right on. I hope you got a nice fat premium on it. The stock's 120.44 down 109. Right on, Jeff. Looking forward to having you Saturday. We're doing a live class, 2 o'clock Eastern time this Saturday. Rollovers. We're going to talk about the rollover strategies out there. We'll turn you guys into rollover experts. Oh boy. Dow's falling again, down 292, 301. We're down 301. 22-point drop on S&P, 74 on NASDAQ. The lows of the day are approaching quickly, very quickly. 40 points away from the low of the day on the Dow right now. We're heading for it. See what happens there. AMC just broke below 1750. GameStop heading for 120. Might break that. Almost done, folks. So close. The Dow has improved a little bit, still down 244. There we go. This bagel is done. And it was fine. Mighty fine. Looking at stocks that are off today. Home Depot down $24 a share, down to $322. Wow, that's a drop. IBM's gone negative by 8 cents. Microsoft holding a 13-cent gain, but it's giving up ground. Apple down 243 and it's falling. Goldman up a nickel, but it's falling back at 346 right now. Cisco down 72 cents. Facebook down 297. We're showing Amazon down 35 bucks. Tesla down 18. Google only up 8, but it's backing up. Bed Bath Beyond down 56 cents, falling. BlackBerry down 13. It's falling. Royal Caribbean holding a 56-cent gain to 84.25. Let's take a look here. Target down 484. What's that? JP Morgan up 24 cents. Costco down 446. Walmart down $1.25. Okay. Moderna up 196, hanging on. Dow now down 265 at this point in time. Okay, 265 down dip on the Dow. GameStop at 121.08, holding on at 121.08, down 45 cents. Where AMC is down 43 cents to 17.47. It is performing much worse than GameStop is. GameStop should be 350 on the downside right now, and it's not. AMC is definitely lower. 15 million on AMC too. Really low volume here. Hour and a half into the day. That's not good for AMC shareholders. That little bit of that lack of volume. We're like 1/3 of what it would really need to go higher. It's not good. Down 277 on the Dow. Looks like the Dow is backing off a little bit right now. We'll see if it wants to take a run at a lower low. Rocket Lab is off 18 cents to 876. SoFi 1062 down 77 cents now. This is the low of the day, I think, on SoFi. Am I not mistaken? I am not mistaken at all. 1061 was a low trade just a moment ago. We're at 1062 now, down 77 cents on 27.4 million shares. The deal they put together to buy Technisys was a $1.1 billion priced deal at about $12.50 a share, all stock, no cash. That tells me this stock's going way higher than $12.50, but the market at the moment is $10.58, and there are stink bids getting hit right now. The next stink bid will be $10.56. The next group of stink bids will be $10.51. The next group of stink bids, $10.46. I don't know if they'll get hit or not, but they're out there, because if I know my viewers are putting in stink bids to buy this stuff. Steal it. Take it off of weak-kneed holders of stock. Unbelievable what SoFi is doing at 10.58. Just ridiculous. GameStop 120.96, just dropped under 121 again. AMC 1740, it's dropping again. The Dow off 281 right now. S&P down 22. NASDAQ down 80 points. The worst market performer is the Dow, 0.83%. Right now, we've got the VIX up at the moment, 1.60. That's 5.7% at 29.35. So we have pressure on the VIX. Bad news there. And the Russell 2000 went from plus 5 points, now -3. It's gone red as well. So the market at virtually all levels has gone red right now. Ghost Whisper, if Russia goes full into Ukraine, won't that be bad for bank stock like SoFi? I don't think so. I think SoFi will make money no matter what Russia does. There are no branches there. They have no operations in the Ukraine. They have no customers from the Ukraine. It's all online banking. I think they'll do better. They'll just keep doing better. It's not like it's a win for them. Certainly not a headwind. W. Walters, when will the class on rollovers be available for purchase? I need this class. Some days I feel like a Neymar rolling meme. Well, the class is going to be held live this Saturday at 2 o'clock Eastern time. This Saturday, it's live at 2 p.m. Eastern. It'll be edited on Sunday, and it might be uploaded by Monday or Tuesday of next week on the website, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca. I will let you know on this live show exactly when you can get it over there, but that's the initial guess for timing. All right. So while Jennifer and I are traveling out of here on Monday, next week. We're traveling to Vegas. I'll be on in the morning on this show from this location, my last show from Palm Desert. Then I'll be in Vegas Tuesday morning. There won't be a Monday afternoon show next week. But by about Tuesday morning, you will find out whether or not that class is available for you. Okay? All right. Not if you bid for Sofi with the put, you get an even cheaper with your credit pick. Well, there's that, of course. Stink bid for Sofi today will be 10:01. Let's see, says Carol. Beach Boy. Hi, Uncle Bruce. I entered a limit. STO 25, GameStop 120, covered calls March 11 for 1420. I hope you approve, and I sure hope you get that trade off. That would be pretty good stuff, man. 120.78 on GameStop right now. 120.78 a share, and you're trying to write options. You're trying to write March 11 contracts for 120. So let's see. Let's see if this works. There we go. And we'll hit that button right there and see if this gives me any answers where you're at right now. This will give me a quote. It's a little older. You're trying to write 120s, 1220 to 1420. You're trying to get 1420. You the offer. You are the offer. Right on, man. Be the offer. Exactly right. Be the offer. If they are going to take you out, they'll take you out there. That's the way I like it. I like that. I would like to see that happen. Very much so. Okay. All right. Well, 120.75 at the moment is the stock. We'll see what gives. This is the bid ask. Time will tell. And thank you, Beach Point, for that donation. Thank you, too, for that. Fabulous. I love it. Yes, Sofi, 1060 right now. It didn't get down to $10. It got to 1056, but it's 1060 now on 28.7 million volume. So Sofi is hanging in there at 1060, but the Dow's down 301. So all bets are off. We'll see how this market reacts as we continue our quest for excellence here. Money-making excellence. So we're down 300 on the Dow there. We're a little better now, 287, but we're still down in these levels. S&P down 24, NASDAQ down 95. So we're going nowhere quick here. 1060 on Sofi, 120 on GameStop. A little pop up for Beach Boy would be what Beach Boy could use right now. Just a little pop on the stock, get his options out, and then a drop of $8 a share real quick. That would make Beach Boy's day. That would make the week. That would be a pretty good trade right there, but we'll see what it wants to do. 120 down 33 cents on GameStop. AMC down 41 cents to 740. Well, 746 now, down 44 cents on GameStop's AMC right now. All right. We all have hopes, wishes, dreams, and desires. We'll see what gives. Thank you all for being here today and hanging out with yours truly. Today, we have had 386 thumbs ups come through here already, and I appreciate this. 14 away from 400 thumbs ups, and I thank you all for stepping up there and nailing that thumbs up button for us. If you can get us over 400, that would be great. Another milestone for the show. I do thank you. There's 389 now, only 11 to go, and we've got 400 thumbs ups. Now we got 10 left to get. 390 in, 10 to go, and we're at 400. 392 are here, 8 left. That's all I need. 8 more thumbs up. Oh, we'll hit 400 in no time. I thank you all for this support and help here. 395 now are in the house. 5 to go, and we're there. Now 3 away. 397 is the number. And get ready, folks. Here's 398. 2 to go now. 2 thumbs ups to go. Bingo! 401 thumbs ups on this show already. Thank you, everybody, so much. 402 now. Very much appreciate it. We're only 98 away from 300. How about that? From 400, from 500. Oh, let's go to 500. 403 right now. 404. 96 left to get to hit 500 thumbs ups. Thank you all for helping out with that. I appreciate it. Fabulous, guys. Absolutely fabulous. Again, if you'd like to join Jennifer and I this Saturday for our live class talking about stock option rollover strategies, do me a favor and check out the link. You'll find the message up here at the top of this message board. There is a PayPal link there. You can make your donation. $150 US gets you admission into the class, and you will get sent your own copy of the edited version on the website. That's worth $100 right there. Plus, you're live. You can ask questions on the show. Jen is the moderator this Saturday, 2 o'clock Eastern Time this Saturday. It's about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. We're going to go into stock option rollover strategies. You need to know this. If you're going to write call options, whether you own stock, whether you are doing poor man covered calls, makes no difference. You are going to have to learn all the ins and outs about being an option writer. And one of the things you are going to have to learn and become good at and comfortable at, you got to remain calm about, is being an option rollover specialist, an assassin, where you can roll over a contract even if a stock has gone up on you. It doesn't matter. It's a way for you not to get exercised. It's a way for you to bring in extra cash. It's a way for you to raise your strike price. It's a way for you to take control of that market and make it your little baby. And keep that control of your casino as you deserve it and must have it be. You are in control of the casino, not the option buyers. And so learn all about option rollover strategies this Saturday, 2 o'clock Eastern Time, live. Make a donation to the channel, and we will get you the link on that morning, on that show, just before the show, about a half an hour before the show, 15 minutes or so before the show. We will send you the link to the class, and you will be in the classroom. Now, just remember, no taking the girl in front of you, pigtails, and dumping them into the inkwell. Don't be doing that. And no passing notes to your favorite friend in class. Jen is watching. She's the moderator. She'll put her foot down on you. She'll stop that nonsense. But come and join us if you can. If you'd like to learn all about rollovers, we'll see you there, okay? Thank you, everybody. We're down 311 on the Dow now. We're pushing the low of the day, kind of-ish, and sort of, again. We haven't hit the new low. We haven't hit a new low of the day yet. I kind of wonder if this is the third, fourth time shooting at it. We're running at it, and we're going to hit it. I wonder about that. Beach Boy, I sent a donation earlier today. Hope you we got it, Beach Boy. You're in the class. You are, without question, in the class. We got it. We got it. Yep, you betcha, buddy. We're down 310, 311 on the Dow Jones right now. How long is this class going to be? I'm going to guess 2 to 2.5 hours total. You don't have to be here for the whole class. If you're watching the first hour or hour and a half and you got to go, don't sweat the small stuff, because you're going to get your copy of the class through the website by Tuesday of next week anyway. So you're always going to get your finalized copy, edited copy, but you can be part of the action live if you like on top of that. So that'd be great. 323 on the Dow now. The Dow drop is 323 right now. The low price, the low indicator on the index for the Dow Jones was 33,732. We're at 33,757. So 25 points away from a new low of the day right now. That's about where we are on this class. Okay, there you go. Michael's saying, I think I can make it. Thanks. I'll look forward to having you. That'd be great. No drinking games. You can't, well, of course, you can drink all you want, but I will stay sober. If the prof were to be playing drinking games with a live class, I don't think the class would be over in 2 hours. It would be about 5 hours. So You classmates can do whatever you want with each other, but they keep it PG rated, okay? Jen is there to watch over you. We'll see what happens. All right. All right. No, I'll act like I'm in a college course, sir. There you go. All right. Very good. Whatever that means. Fair enough. 120, 120 on GameStop, down 33 cents right now on GameStop. We know that Beach Boy is attempting to write some contracts. He's trying to write some March. I believe these are March 11th calls, if I'm not mistaken. Am I mistaken? Maybe he's trying to write actually March 18th. Let me double check here. We have him trying to write some calls. Where is my man there? Where is he now? Oops, I've gone too far on my messaging here. Oh, I know where to look. Oh, gosh. I'm just not on top of it. Okay, trying to write March 11th, 120. Okay, there we are. That's these right here. March 11, 120. He's trying to write 120s. They're 1210 to 1340. He's trying to get 1420. So he's got a stink offer in there, which I don't mind. The stock's at 121.11. It's a little better since he tried to write them. So we'll see if the stock has a little pop in it and he might get these off. We'll see how this works out. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna act like I am in college and not show up. There you go. 99 Nation videos. Come on, put options. Work for me, baby. There you go. 121.11 on GameStop, down 42 cents. AMC at 17.32, down 57 cents. GameStop now 121 even. Matterport down 20 cents. ME down 6.5. Spire down 13.5. ATIP down 13.5. Smart Rent down 51 cents. Sixtera down 7. We're negative everywhere. SoFi down 87 to 10.52. We have 10.52 stink bids, 10.51 stink bids everywhere. Rocket Lab 866 down 28. The Dow off 314. SoFi low of the day 10.51. Stink bids at 10.51 had been getting hit, and they're now 10.52. I'm sure the 51s are still getting hit. 30,600,000 on SoFi with the deals, the stock at an unbelievable price. 10.55 right now, just jumped up a bit. 10.51 low of the day on SoFi. Amazing trading, ridiculous trading there. 120.46 on GameStop. We've backed off a little more. 120.45 down 108. AMC 17.34 down 56 cents. The high of the day was 18.13. So we have dropped 80 cents down from the high of the day on AMC now. It's at 17.33 on 16.3 million volume for AMC. And that means that right now, GameStop should be down about $4 a share. It's only down 122. GameStop is reluctant to go down, where AMC is definitely getting hammered and is backing off, unfortunately. 299 is the drop on the Dow right now. 299 points at the moment is where we see this market at right now. Okay, everybody. There you have it. 305 on the Dow again. We are sure hanging around this negative 300 range right now. We sure are. We're watching it closely to see what it brings us. Will it go lower? It could. Excuse me. Yeah, consumer confidence dips in February on worries about high inflation. That was the headline earlier that caused the market to back off a little bit. It had tried to go positive, and that did it in right there, on top of the Russia stuff. And now this headline, it's not helping. Unfortunately, that's where the market has been reacting against this. 10.57 now on SoFi, trying to bounce back a little bit from the 10.51 low. GameStop 120.39 down $1.14 a share. AMC 17.26 dropping at the moment again. Mm. Okay, what's cooking? Wendy wants to know, Uncle Bruce, is that Google Play you spoke of a while ago still in play? Buying a $3,300 Google option to expire September 22. Are they a lot more affordable than before? I believe the Google contract that was picked up was was a lower stock price. And I'm trying to remember what that was. I was trying to remember. Was that a $90 call? Well, I was 30 in the money, right? So maybe it was a $3,300 call. I'm trying to remember that one. I think it had what's cooking, Wendy. I think it had about $5 of time premium on it and $30 of book value on it, or $32 of book value. I think it was something like that. So it wasn't a 90-10 split. It was more like an 80-20 or 83-17. But because the premiums are so high on GameStop, the viewer that bought that contract was speculating that what they would make on the depreciation, the shrinkage of the call they were writing, would more than offset whatever shrinkage they were going to suffer on that call, because they were going to write several contracts during the call's lifetime, because I believe it was a September call for this year. So what's cooking, Wendy? You have to check that call out yourself and see if it's affordable for you. Check out August's, October's, and keep looking for the best priced call that would work, okay? Or was it a 230 strike? No, it wasn't a $2,300 strike. Kareem, what happens to the volatility of the markets after the Fed stops printing money? That won't be affected necessarily at that point. The market always has a volatility for many reasons. Liquidity from the Fed is one, but not the dominant. John, Uncle Bruce was only able to buy HD $50 at 320 amount, but it's down so much every bit helps your thumbs. You are now, John. I don't understand what you did. You bought. I don't know what you bought. I am completely confused by this message. The stock is at $3.19 a share, and I don't know what you got. A call, a put, what month, what date, what strike price did you write? Did you buy? John? I'm clueless here. I think it was anticipation of the stock split. Says Cooking Wendy. Oh my goodness. What's Cooking Wendy? I'm sorry. What's Cooking Wendy? This is my fault. I'm reading your message and I'm thinking in my head GameStop, because I see the letter G in front of Google and I'm thinking instant, because someone just asked about doing something on GameStop. All right. Now we got it. Now, okay, now it's coming together. So, what's cooking? Wendy asks, Uncle Bruce, is that Google Play you spoke of a while ago still in play? The Google Play we're talking about is the 20-to-1 stock split of Google. Buying a $3,300 Google call option to expire September 22. Is that still in play? Well, the shares on Google are right now $25.97. Let's round it up to $2,600, okay? Divide that by 20. These are $130 call options. Now, the question is this: is it a good idea to buy a $3,300 call option on Google, knowing that that is going to turn into 20 $165 call options when the split is done in July? This contract lasts until September. So would this be a good idea? Now, I don't know the price of this contract, so I can't help you there. What's Cooking is asking, was it maybe a $2,300 strike and not a $3,300 strike? Am I Am I off? Um, Here's my advice to you. All right. You can buy whatever call you want in Google. The closer to 2600, the better, in my opinion, if you can afford it. Keeping in mind that if you had to pay $200 for a contract, it would become a $10 contract later. You'll get 20 of them, and they'll be $10 each, which is $200 for one. I don't know what the call is going for. The 3300, I don't know what the 2300 is going for. I don't know what the 2600 is going for. No idea. My advice would be if you want to acquire a Google call because it's going to split 20 to 1, you want to buy one for as far out in time as you can afford, as close to the market as you can afford. It doesn't matter whether it's in the money, at the money, or out of the money. And it doesn't matter if it's beyond July, but it's got to be beyond July. The split happens in July. I would not want you to buy an August contract. You'd only have those 20 calls for less than a month. If you can buy beyond September, it would be even better. October, December, January, February. If you can go out to next year, in time, you can afford to buy a higher priced contract for a lower price, but give you more time, more of that wristwatch. But it all depends on your budget. And some of these are expensive contracts, but you are buying, in effect, 20 contracts at 1/20th the strike price. So if you're buying a $3,000 call option, it's going to be a $150 call option. You'll have 20 of those. The question is, will the shares go from 130 a share, which is 2,600 today? Can they go from 130 to 175 by the end of, say, this calendar year? Just pick that game plan. If the shares can go to 175 by the end of this calendar year, that's like the stock going to $3,500 a share. Now, if you bought $2,600 calls and they go to $3,500 a share, they're in the money $950, or divided by 20, 40 something dollars a piece in the money. Again, if you are able to buy a call option, let's say today you bought a $2,400 Google call option in the money for next year, you paid big money. You can write right now short-term covered call against that call as a poor man covered call option. Now, you may decide that you're only going to write February or March, let's say March call options at the most, 2 to 3 weeks out. Maybe you're writing a $2,600 or $2,700 option ahead of this market for a premium, looking for shrinkage. You might only write a 2-week contract. That's 100, 150 out of the money. And you're looking for the shrinkage in the next week or two. Buy it back for way less money, write another call option, and keep doing it until June into July, just before the split. Again, keeping an eye on the stock price and where we're at. If the stock goes higher as we get closer to July, you will be writing further out of the money calls to stay ahead of the market. Knowing you have this call deep in the money, that will be deep in the money when the split happens, and you will end up with 20 deep in the money calls. If you have written a call, you've got your short 20 calls that are now 1/20th the price, and you will continue on. You will continue to write contracts ahead of the market on a 20 to 1 platform now, on a 20 to 1 ratio. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So yes, what's cooking, Wendy? Yes, it is still going on, and it is still doable. And there you have it. Whatever works, more power to you. Google is splitting 20 to 1. That is correct. Okay. But I would go out further like Michael suggests. Exactly. Bought HD with only $50 cash just to try and add more shares. Bought HD with only $50 to buy more share. Wavy, the number of likes tells me it's time for a quick porch break. Oh, okay. Very good. In any event, we've been on 3 hours and 3 minutes, and I want to thank you for joining me so far today for this show. Hanging in there. We're down 290 on the Dow. We're going to watch this between now and our next show, which is at 3 o'clock Eastern today. We'll be here for the final hour of the close. We're down 28 cents on Rocket Lab to 866. SoFi at 1060, a little better. Still down 79 cents. GameStop 120.66, down 86 cents. AMC at 17.36, down 54. Matterport 663, down 20. ME down 5.5, 438.5. Spire down 13.5 to 233.5. ATIP 245.5, down 13.5. Smart Rent down 45 cents to $7. Sextera up 13.13, down 17, having hit a new high this morning, all-time high. Robinhood down 72, Vanik down 60. We've turned negative. A Home Depot still down $27 a share. IBM down 8 cents. Microsoft down 48. Apple down 260. Goldman up 8 cents. Cisco down 64 cents. Facebook down 369. Amazon down 51.50. Tesla down $34. Google down $14. Bed Bath Beyond down 64 cents. BlackBerry down 17. Royal Caribbean up 28 cents right now. Those are the markets. Those are the prices. Those are the indexes. Join me at 3 for the final hour. Enjoy your rest of your morning and early afternoon. Hang in there, everybody, and we'll catch you shortly. Thank you, and stop hiding the lamp, please. What lamp? Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. And thanks, Clippers. I got to build some cash right now. And you guys take care. I will see you all this afternoon at 3 o'clock for the final hour. Thank you, everybody. Malari, thank you. 420 thumbs ups, guys. Thank you so much for 420 thumbs ups. Hit those thumbs ups for me. Thank you, guys. Nelson, you got it. We're resting, and I'll see you this afternoon. We'll see you soon, everybody. Bye for now.